Do you think it's doing what it did earlier whenever?
It's time for exciting live and local sports action on Richmond's very own WBON TV, the leader in local sports television. Remember to like our YouTube channel so you'll never miss any of our live sports coverage. And support these great local sponsors who support our community. Now, here's your announcers for the game.
Good evening, everyone, and a happy Friday to you. We are live on WBONTV.com. We are on WBON TV, Tom, as part of the EKU pregame show. The Campus Beautiful awaits you in choosing your college. Choose Big E. Choose Eastern Kentucky University. For more information, visit EKU.edu. Tom Gross, Michael Watkins here with you for game number one between Madison Central and Lexington Christian Academy. And Tom, Madison Central trying to turn their season around tonight. 0-3 to begin the season.
Yeah.
Last week, losing to their rival, Madison Southern. And in a game which they were, out of it by halftime, it seemed like. The Indians trying to regroup and get things going the way they thought things were going to go this year in game number 4?
Well, Coach Centers, Michael, is using a whole lot of people right now. Number one, what a crew he lost last year.
26 seniors.
Yeah, and at the time you think, man, what are we going to – well, he's doing the right thing, even though the record doesn't reflect it right now. Really, the record really doesn't matter other than seeding right now.
Exactly, yes.
So he's getting as many players in as he can, trying to find the right people to put in the right positions. And when he's able to do that, then you're going to see this team come together and start gelling again.
Well, you and I talked about it on the way over here about the names that you don't recognize coming into the game. You got Sawyer Cruz. You've got a guy like William Jacobs, who people had talked about. This is his first year really playing, coming off 2 ACL injuries. And it's a lot of new faces. Whenever you have so many seniors that you lose, it's hard to replace those guys. And they're having those growing pains with all these young guys. And even though they're not like freshmen and sophomores, some of them are sophomores, but they're juniors. There's a few seniors. They're inexperienced upperclassmen.
Right.
That is the
Correct.
big difference from this year's team compared to last year's team, and it's showing on the field right now. Now, I talked to Coach Centers before the game, talked to him, Tony Rose, some of the guys down there on the field, and he said, we're not going to change a whole lot. He said we're 15 plays away, really. They looked at the film from all 3 games. We're 15, 16 plays away from being 3-0. There's a couple of plays that were big chunk plays by the other team or something that we made a mistake on that were a few inches away from being a big play for us that have not gone our way. If the ball bounces a different way, we're 3-0 right now. As it stands, they're 0-3, and today's test is the Lexington Christian Academy Eagles, who are a very good football team.
They are an excellent football team. They come in with a record of 2-1, and they've got one of the best high school wide receivers. The kid is phenomenal, and you're going to see that tonight live. He is just a player to watch. He wears number 6, and he gets a lot of 6s in the football game.
De'Arius Smith, 20 catches on the year, 421 receiving yards total, 3 touchdowns, 143 receiving yards per game. He has at least 1 touchdown in every game. And I talked to the radio crew from LCA, and he said he's not a big kid. He's 6'1", but what he is, he's an athlete. He will go up and get the football. Madison Central is pretty good at defending the pass. But as we saw last week, a athletic wide receiver like Walter Smith can really hurt the Indians' secondary. We'll see if that is the case tonight as the Indians take on the Eagles of Lexington Christian Academy. We'll have the call for you here on WBONTV.com. Tom Gross and Michael Watkins, a full cast of characters here with us. Glad to have you along. In the nightcap tonight, it'll be Madison Southern and Danville. Both those games you can watch us live here on WBON-TV or listen to us live on WEKY 92.5 or on 103.5 WKXO. Tons of ways to catch all of your local high school football coverage. We are excited to bring it to you here on WBON-TV. We will take a short commercial break and come back live here on the EKU pregame show. The Campus Beautiful awaits you in choosing your college. Choose Big E. Choose Eastern Kentucky University. For more information, visit EKU.edu. We'll take a short commercial break and come right back here at Madison Southern. It's the 2019 Doc Sipple Bowl here on WBONTV.com.
Need a physical for school or work? Need it right away? No problem. Berea Urgent Care has 2 convenient locations along with late hours to meet your needs. They're affordable too. Physicals at Berea Urgent Care only $20. DOT and CDL physicals are only $65. Berea Urgent Care number 1 by Walmart is open every day 9 to 9. Berea Urgent Care number 2 by Berea Drug open Monday through Friday 10 till 6. No appointment necessary. Berea Urgent Care, here when you need us.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
Welcome to Chenault Vineyards, locally grown wine, right here in the heart of Richmond. Chenault Vineyards is a place that everyone can enjoy. Celebrate your next event at Chenault Vineyards, whether it be a wedding, baby or wedding shower, office event, or just a place to gather with friends. You can't beat the venues or the amazing views at Chenault Vineyards. Chenault Vineyards has a restaurant open Friday through Sunday and live music as well. Visit ChenaultVineyards.com to learn more about this amazing place tucked back into the heart of Richmond. Chenault Vineyards.
Citizens Guaranty Bank makes banking on the go a breeze. Banking on the go has never been easier with options like balance inquiries, make payments from any mobile device, transfer funds between accounts, activate or deactivate a card with just a tap. And with mobile checking deposit, you can deposit checks straight into your eligible checking account using your iPhone, iPad, or Android device. Take advantage of all these fast, convenient, and secure services of Citizens Guaranty Bank. Mobile carrier charges and rules and restrictions may apply. See bank for details. Citizens Guaranty Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
CKI Equipment and Services is now open in the former location of Metcalf Metal, but with all new ownership and management of Calvin, Paula, Callie, and Nick Gooch. CKI is your local machinery repair headquarters, in the shop or in the field with CKI's mobile unit. They come to you for all types of welding, stick, MIG, TIG, aluminum, stainless, and mild steel. Everything for your trailers from axles and hubs to lights, wiring, tires, and wheels. CKI Equipment and Services on Highway 52 Irvin Road by Shell.
It's been a busy year.
So what's on your to-do list?
Serious house hunting, home improvement projects, or maybe a new car or a boat for summers on the lake. For more than a century, your neighbors at Cumberland Valley National Bank have been helping turn plans into reality. Stop by any of CVNB's branch offices or visit cvnb.com. and find the right personal vehicle or home loan that fits your budget and meets your needs. CVNB, local banking with big-time advantages. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
KU pregame show. The Campus Beautiful awaits you in choosing your college. Choose Big E. Choose Eastern Kentucky University. For more information, visit EKU.edu. Tom Gross, Michael Watkins here. Don't forget, if you're out and about trying to find a place to watch tonight's game, Gillum Sports Lounge on Gillum's Game Day is the place to check out all of your local sports coverage. They got the EKU game tomorrow. They'll have that for you there at Gillum's. You know, the UK game tomorrow as well, and they take on Florida. When you want to watch your favorite team, whether it be Madison Central, Madison Southern, or if Estill County is the WBON TV game of the week, get to Gillum Sports Lounge in the Richmond Mall and ask them that you want to watch the WBON TV game of the week. Tom Gross, Michael Watkins here. And, Tom, we talked about the wide receiver for LCA. The quarterback's not bad.
Oh.
Jaden Barnhart is 40 of 74 on the season. He's thrown 5 touchdowns. He's thrown for 643 yards. This team will air it out, and they are a up-and-down team. They no huddle. They like to speed up the pace, and Barnhart can also run the football. He is second in the team in rushing yards with 97 total yards rushing. He has ran the ball 37 times, so he has almost ran it as many times as he's thrown it. He's a dual-threat quarterback, and he could really affect the Indians tonight because what I've seen in years past with Madison Central, you go back to the Bryan Station game last year or the Scott County game. When they have a running quarterback, they can struggle against that kind of athlete.
He, as you said, he's a dual-threat quarterback. And I was watching some of the highlights on Max Preps this afternoon, getting ready for the game tonight, and I saw him break a 26-yarder, saw him break one for a touchdown. And it's the quick hitters. It's, snap, and he's already hitting the line with the football on his way. And if you're not on your toes on defense and he gets by those linebackers, it's hard telling what will happen there. Excuse me. But he is an excellent athlete, and that's what makes him shine out there at quarterback.
Yeah, he's a guy that can hurt you throwing it or running the football. We'll see if the Indians can limit his effect on the game here tonight. The offense for Madison Central's got to get it going until we've seen the struggles there offensively. Can they correct those things tonight when they take on LCA, the Lexington Christian Academy Eagles? It's now time for the national anthem. While that's going on, we'll take another commercial break and get you guys back here for the kickoff between Madison Central and LCA back in 3 minutes on the stations of Volume for Broadcasting, WEKY, WKXO, and you're watching us live on WBONTV.com.
The Estill Clinic and Irvin Healthcare Pharmacies are focused on providing the best care possible for the people of Estill County. Our care for our patients and our community is what sets us apart. With society's fast pace, we want to make sure you leave with the information you need about your medications. With the knowledge and experience of John, Ryan, and Janet, you are guaranteed excellent service, whether you're in the store or pulling through the drive-thru. Taking care of the people of Estill County is our #1 priority, so stop in or give us a call to become a part of our community.
Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling has the largest showroom in Central Kentucky with all the power sports products you can dream of for your next adventure. Gateway Cycles has a qualified, certified service department, friendly sales staff so you can ride free and play hard. Local people serving local people. We are here to make your dream a living adventure. Stop in and see us today at Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling or visit us at gatewaycycles.com.
Gillum Sports Lounge is the place to go to watch your favorite team, whether it be EKU, Kentucky, or your favorite local high school team on WBON TV. Gillum's has you covered on one of their many flat-screen TVs. Gillum's has something on the menu for everyone. Pizza, burgers, mouth-watering appetizers, subs, sandwiches, salads, and more. And Gillum Sports Lounge is the perfect place to host your next event in one of their private rooms. When you think local food in Richmond, think Gillum Sports Lounge at 830 Eastern Bypass inside the Richmond Mall.
Hometown Dental in Richmond has been serving the people of Madison County for many years. Now when you go to Hometown Dental, you can get everything you need under one roof because Hometown Dental now offers orthodontics. Hometown Dental is a full-service family dentistry dental group with a personal touch. Check out their website, hometowndentalrichmond.com, to learn about their services and staff at Hometown Dental, located at 4095 Atwood Drive, Suite A in Richmond. Mention this ad and get free x-rays or $100 off Zoom whitening treatment at Hometown Dental.
When you're in Estill County and get the hungries, be sure to eat at Estill's Finest. In the mood for the best barbecue, pulled pork, brisket, steaks, ribs, or burgers? Follow the smoke to the House of Q. And for the best pizza, pasta, or salad, head on down to the Steam Engine Pizza Pub. No matter what you're craving, remember Estill's Finest, Steam Engine Pizza Pub on Main Street, or for mouth-watering barbecue, it's House of Q on River Drive in Irvine.
Healthy smiles are confident smiles. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is offering a new patient special. X-rays, exam, cleaning, and fluoride for only $99. They also have a $10 unit Botox special. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry offers their patients single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs from implants, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Back here on the EKU pregame show, inside the Gateway Cycles broadcast booth. Welcome into the Gateway Cycles broadcast booth. Gateway Cycles is located in Mount Sterling. When it's time to choose your next ride, visit gatewaycycles.com. The flags coming off the field, courtesy of the JROTC here at Madison Southern High School. A great rendition of the national anthem. And the captains tonight for the Indians going to be Cannon Centers, the quarterback, Avery Henson, Ashton Holberg, and Nate Story, the four captains tonight for Mark Centers and his football team. And the Eagles of LCA, they're going to have the white uniforms on tonight with the white pants, blue numbers, blue letters, with the white helmet and the LCA logo on the side. For Madison Central, the blue uniforms, white pants, white numbers, white letters outlined in red, and the blue helmets with the Navajo chop on the side for the Indians. It's time for the Jack Burford Chevrolet keys to the game. Check out Jack Burford Chevrolet. You can check out their entire inventory at jackburford.com, or always great deals going on at Jack Burford Chevrolet. Tonight, the keys to the game for Madison Central: don't turn the football over. That has been the case for the Indians all three games, is struggling with turnovers. And can they correct those issues tonight? A quarterback in his fourth career start. We'll see how he does against an LCA team that is always very good and very dangerous in Class 1A. That is the keys to the game tonight, brought to you by Jack Burford Chevrolet. Get your next keys at Jack Burford Chevrolet. Check out the entire inventory at jackburford.com. The captain tonight for LCA, you got number 15. That's the quarterback, Jaden Barnhart. Number 41 is Maddie LeBrick. And you've also got number 35. 33 is Dustin Whitley, a senior. And Mark Centers out there with the hug to number 59, the other captain, Trey Hood. Glad to have you along here on WBONTV.com. Your game ball delivery is courtesy of our friends at Madison Drug and Estill Clinic Pharmacy, Irvine Healthcare Pharmacy. Take the hassle out of picking up your prescription with free delivery from Madison Drug in Richmond and Estill Clinic Pharmacy, Irvine Healthcare Pharmacy in Estill County. Tom, exciting time here in Richmond. I tell you what, the weather have been pretty good the last couple of Friday nights. It's back to hot and muggy here in Berea on this Friday.
As his name, meteorologist for
Tom
LAFC.
Ackerman.
Yeah, Tom Ackerman said today it's summer in September,
Yeah.
and it actually is 90-plus degrees.
94 degrees right now.
And
as
the
we get ready to kick
humidity
off.
is off the charts right now. I mean, we're sitting in here with a little bit of air conditioning and sweating, so that tells you how hot it is when you're out there in the sun. And they're all in the sun right now playing football in pads, so we'll see if that has any effect on either team here early on.
The deodorant is working overtime right
Yes.
now as we get set for kickoff between Madison Central and LCA. Don't forget the nightcap tonight. It'll be Danville traveling down here to Berea to take on the Eagles of Madison Southern. This is the 2019 Doc Sipple Bowl. And for those of you who do not know Doc Sipple, this is in the memory of Dr. John Doc Sipple, who passed away on March 19th, 2016. Doc Sipple was an amazing Christian man who had a large impact on his community, surrounding communities, and his professional field. He serviced clients and impacted many lives in all of Madison County, Somerset, and the Bourbon County communities. Doc Sipple was a model for our young men as to what a man of character should strive to be. In his memory, they will be honoring someone from the community between games whose service to the community has been life-changing. And that is in memory of John Doc Sipple here at the 2019 Doc Sipple Bowl. Our pregame show has been courtesy of Eastern Kentucky University. When choosing your college, choose Big E. Choose Eastern Kentucky University. For more information, visit eku.edu. The Indians in the blue uniforms tonight. The Eagles in the white uniforms. We are about to kick off here on WBON TV. Tom Gross, Michael Watkins, Austin Hanks, Gage Hill, and Samantha Burford will be here later on as well.
The old Randy Travis song comes to mind when I think about Doc Sipple. It's not what you have while you're here, it's what you leave behind
There you go.
when you go. And he sure left a legacy.
He did.
And he's got a bowl game named after him here in these communities. And what an honor that is for a gentleman who really was a gentleman and served an awful lot of people.
Kicking off for the Eagles is Andrew Dobbs, back to return for Madison Central. They'll be going right to left on your radio dial. And if you're watching us on WBON TV, the Indians will return right to left. You've got Deshaun Gowdy and Zach Holbrook back to return for the Indians. High school football here. The Indians looking for their first win of the season. 0-3 on the year versus 2-1 LCA. As Dobbs gets set to kick it off from his own 40-yard line, Madison Central is raring to go to get the offense out on the field. We'll see what field position the Indians have to get this one started. It's time for high school football, a little bit earlier than normal here on a Friday night in Berea. Dobbs with the kickoff. It's a high kick, and up man will have to come get it. That's Holbrook. He'll come get it himself, and he'll have to fall on it at around the 23-yard line. Dangerous kick. That one just it hit the ground and stayed there, Tom. Didn't give much of a bounce. And the Indians will take over at their own 23.
Rather than take a chance and try to, come up with a miracle play, he did the right thing. Cover the ball. Let's get started here. Let's give the offense a chance to come out here and march down the field.
Kennon Centers, the quarterback for Madison Central, has struggled thus far on the season. See if we can get him going. And I think a couple of easy passes would be key for the Indians quarterback. Find a couple of easy guys, or find some couple guys open and maybe try to get his wide receivers to help him out. They're going to hand it off on first down, and I believe that was McAlpin on the handoff. Not much room there for the tailback. It was Burton who took the opening handoff.
Maybe a yard, half a yard on the play.
Joe Burton, 54 carries, only 203 yards coming into tonight's game. And, in the backfield is where the Indians this year really miss a guy like Freddie Chenault, who was one of those in-between runners. He could go between the tackles. He could break tackles. Burton, half the size of what Chenault was. He's a good scat back, but not one of those guys that can break a few tackles on his way to the house. Here's Centers over the middle, too hard, and behind. Holberg was being pressured by Elijah Hammond, the sophomore linebacker. Pass is incomplete, and just like that, the Indians have a 3rd and 9 coming up.
Well, Ashton ran a good route, and, as you were talking about the passes, that's exactly what they need right now. They need to run like the New England rub-off play. Send two wideouts in different directions across the middle, about 10 yards out there. Yeah, a little cross pattern, and dump the ball to him. But that time he rifled that ball, just was behind him.
Trips left, one receiver right. They're going to hand it off to Burton, and Joseph going to run right into a wall of defenders, and the Indians run 3 plays. They get 2 yards, a 3-and-out, and Madison Central's forced to punt early on, Tom. Not the start Indians fans were looking for, as the Eagles will send back number 6, De'Arius Smith, their star wide receiver, and Frankie Knight, the sophomore wide receiver, back to return.
They're all the way up at the 50-yard line. Takes a nice bounce for Madison Central.
Back to the 34.
All right, they will put it in play from that point. Great job there by the punt team, special teams, good coverage, and Smith elected not to receive that football and let it bounce, and the Indians got an extra 15 yards out of that punt.
Yeah, see if the defense can get going now here. We got to pay attention to number 6. It's De'Arius Smith, star wide receiver.
Got him split out to the left side, far sideline right now.
Stacked receivers for LCA. They send a man in motion. That is Vernon. They're going to hand it off, or fake the handoff. Quarterback keeper on the RPO. And the Indians saw that a lot last week with Tobias Storm. They read it perfectly, and about half a yard gained by the quarterback, Jaden Barnhart, on the first play of the scrimmage from the Eagles.
Yeah, good idea by Lexington Christian.
Fooled
but
me.
Like you said, they've scouted the tape. They know what to expect, but the defense did a great job of stepping up.
Pistol formation now Wildcat as Barnhart will go to the right side. They're going to run it with number 20. It's Brown, their leading tailback. Brown runs into a defender. Is going to be very close to a first down. The near side official has him marked. It will be enough for a first down. And on the Wildcat play, the Eagles are able to pick up about 10 yards, just enough for a first down.
Yeah, great quick hitter there by the Eagles. They were able to come over the right side, right around the right end. Some good blocking up front, and Madison Central had to scramble to get the stop there.
Brown a load to bring down. Able to break a tackle to pick up the first down. There's a hold. No flag comes in as Barnhart able to get rid of it. Pass is incomplete. A flag does come in late, but I believe this will be a roughing the passer against Madison Central as Parks came in late. And they are going to call the hold, Tom. It looked like the official was kind of struggling to get that flag out. And when he did throw it, it was after a Central linebacker hit the quarterback. So I was afraid they might call roughing the passer. As it stands, it will be a hold against the Eagles. They'll back them up 10 yards, and they'll bring up second down and 20.
If Michael Watkins can see it in the booth, I know the officials had to be able to see it down there. It was pretty obvious, and it's going to cost them 10 yards and wipe out what would have been a pretty nice little 4 or 5 yard gainer there on the left sideline.
And the name you're going to hear a lot on the Madison Central defense for years to come is Edgren Sweat. Sweat that time was the man that got held. He got in the backfield quickly, and the offensive lineman was forced to put an arm up and just try to prevent Sweat from getting to his quarterback. Now, first and 20 from the 30-yard line. They need the 44 for a first down. Or excuse me, they need the 46 of the Indians for a first down. Handoff to Brown. He goes nowhere, and look who it is. It's Edgren Sweat again in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. The Indian defense getting it going early, Tom.
17 tackles coming into this game, 14 unassisted. There's an unassisted, and he's averaging 5.5 a game. He may build on that a lot tonight.
As a sophomore.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So second down and 26 now for the Eagles. Trips left, one receiver right. Tailback in the backfield, one-on-one coverage with Smith, matched up with Gowdy. Barnhart, the lefty, looking around, being chased. He'll go deep. Pass is caught by Brown over the middle. He was hit immediately by Parks as he gets it up to the 36-yard line. It'll bring up a third and about 16 for the Eagles.
About an 8-yard pass play there. The defense has a nice situation when it's second and long, third and long, they can play back just a little bit more, allow a little dump-off pass like that, knowing that the defense can get to the ball and stop them before they can pick up the first down.
Bunch formation on 3rd and 19. Quarterback rolling out, looking, going over the middle again. Pass is caught by Smith. Got to get to him. The Indians do not, and allow a 19-yard play. More than that, as Smith gets it inside the 45-yard line, down to the 41. They needed 19. They got 24 on 3rd down, Tom.
Well, he averages 21 a catch, and they're back ready to go again quickly.
Hurry formation, no huddle, and now they draw a defensive lineman offside as Avery Henson steps over the line and tack on 5 more. So it'll be 1st and 5 for LCA. Yeah, I feel sorry for the chain gang tonight. They're going to have to get the chains moving in a hurry.
I think that's what it was. I don't think they called an offside. It was a problem with the chains over on the far sideline. And
it looks like the chain and the yard mark are stuck together.
Hot enough, probably melted together.
94 degrees at kickoff here on WBONTV.com. Glad to have you along with us. Tom Gross and Michael Watkins here on the coverage of WBON-TV. You can also listen to these games live if you're out and about in your vehicle on 103.5 WKXO and 192.5 WEKY. The Indians went 3 and out on their opening drive. Had LCA backed up to a 3rd down and 19 from their own 39-yard line, and the Eagles picked up 24 yards and had a 1st down. And I think you're right, Tom. There was no flag on that play. They blew the whistle to get the chains right. And it will be 1st and 10. They're going to go trips right, 1 receiver left for Barnhart. And the tailback to his left is Brown. Deshaun Gotti over top of Smith, the star wide receiver from LCA. A man in motion to the right side. Going to be a little quarterback keeper up the middle. And Barnhart's got a pretty good gain of 4 inside the 40 down to the 39-yard line. And like they did a couple of plays ago, LCA back in the no-huddle offense.
Give Sawyer Cruz credit for the stop on that. He stuck his helmet in there and brought the quarterback down.
2 receivers each way for Barnhart on 2nd and 6. Takes the snap. He'll roll out right side. Now takes off with it up the middle. He's got a 1st down and is finally tackled by Chenault as he gets it to the 26-yard line. Tell you what, a nice play call there. Yep. The Indians saw him rolling out right. They moved their defense over here, and Barnhart saw an opening. He took it and picked up 10 yards for a 1st down. No huddle formation again as the tailback Brown goes from the left to behind the quarterback. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right for Barnhart. He will throw on the out pattern, pass complete to Vernon. He'll gain 9, and this hurry-up offense is hurting the Indians' defense right now. Really needed to get off the field on that 3rd and long, and now LCA threatening to score with a 2nd down and 2 from the 21-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Going to be a 1st down as a nice job by the running back to fall forward as he was being tackled. That was Jeffrey Shelby, the sophomore tailback. And the chains will move. 1st and 10 for the Eagles of LCA from the Madison Central 16-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right for Barnhart. He's got 2 backs in the backfield now. Man in motion, going to run a low option play, looks like. They are going to fake it out and keep it himself as Barnhart as he will get it inside the 15 down to the 11-yard line. And LCA having their way right now with the Indians defense. So much motion going on with this offense. And again, they're right back to the line of scrimmage on 2nd down and 3. Barnhart now looking over to the sideline as he changes the play call. Tailback moves from behind him to in front of him to his left side. Now rolling out that way, they're going to throw on the little short out pattern, gain of 4, enough for a 1st down to Vernon again. 3rd catch on the drive for Will Vernon, the junior wide receiver. Vernon's got good size out of the slot there, Tom. That's the 2nd time on this drive that he's ran the little up and out for 5 or 6 yards.
Well, when you put Vernon and you put Smith on the same side, you can create havoc on that defensive secondary.
First and goal. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds. They are. So it's going to be third down and about a half a yard. So they say Vernon stepped out before he picked up the first down, and it'll be now third and goal for the Eagles of LCA. Class 1A coming up here to play Class 6A Madison Central. Up under center is Barnhart. He'll fall forward for a first down, Tom Brady style, and Barnhart gets all the way inside the 2. They're going to mark him, I believe, down back around the 4-yard line. He fell forward for a couple of extra yards, but the officials say he was down before then. It'll be first and goal as Barnhart now will roll out right. He'll throw, and the pass is complete. A methodical drive, and LCA takes an early lead on a 4-yard touchdown pass from Barnhart to Hammond. The sophomore wide receiver makes the catch. It's now 6-0 Eagles on top.
Well, Andrew Dobbs has been doing the kicking for Lexington Christian, and he's a perfect 9 out of 9 on the season on extra points. Struggles a little on field goals, but we don't have access to where they were from, how many yards he was out. But if he's 9 for 9, he's got to be pretty good.
Dobbs gets the kick up. It is perfectly through the uprights. 7-0 LCA, 5:40 to play in the first quarter. We'll take a short commercial break and come right back to Berea on WBONTV.com.
At People's Bank, we do it all, from personal banking to business banking and lending services. And unlike some other banks, we make all decisions locally. When you don't have time to wait, count on us. People's Bank is the perfect fit for your busy life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
People's Bank with lots of locations to serve you. Give them a call at 986-6860 and check them out online, whitakerbank.com.
Tailgate season at Jack Burford Chevrolet. You can pick out your favorite tailgate connected to a huge selection of new Chevy Silverados right here at Jack Burford Chevrolet. Visit us on the EKU bypass, and you can always shop jackburford.com 24/7, 365. Now what game is on? Oh, this is a good one. It's where Chevys cost less.
It's a big deal.
Back here to Berea on WBON TV, a long drive by LCA that was capped off by a 4-yard touchdown from Barnhart to 13. Elijah Hammond, the sophomore wide receiver, makes the catch for a touchdown, and it all was set up by third down and 19 conversion, backed up in their own territory, Tom, and able to convert and able to march it down the field for a touchdown.
But one big play, and Coach Center's going to look at this film and say the same thing. Well, here's another one of those big plays. When you got third down and long like that, you cannot allow the team to pick up a first down.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that's been those things, those mistakes that last year's team wouldn't have made. They would have made sure they stopped them. You can give up 18 yards, but you got to stop them from getting that extra yard to get the first down. And this year's team just not able to do that as of yet. Still plenty of time to fix that, but this ball going to go way out of bounds. It's about 8 yards out of bounds by the time it fell down. And the Indians will get good field position here on this drive. They go 3 and out on their opening drive, Tom. And, again, it's been getting in a rhythm that has hurt the Indians' offense all year long. It was in the Anderson County game, the fourth quarter. So coming into the fourth quarter, they had 104 yards total offense. It was an abysmal offensive outing. In the fourth quarter, they double up on their entire outing offensively, 104 yards in the fourth quarter alone, 2 touchdowns. Fell short in that game, but it looked like they had finally figured out their offense, and they come out against Madison Southern last week, looked the same way, just couldn't get it going offensively. Now here they are on their opening drive. They're 3 and out. Can they find something to give them and give the fans to be excited about the rest of this football game? It's 1st and 10. I'm going to hand it off to Burton, and he is wrapped up and slung down immediately, and showing off his muscles is number 61 of LCA. He's not on our roster.
I'm checking on this secondary roster we have here to see. No.
Try to get his name for you. It's 2nd down and 12 after a 2-yard loss, and Behind the sticks again go the Indians. 2 receivers left. One-on-one coverage with William Jacobs on the right. Going to pitch it out to Burton. Got blocking out in front. Burton. And again, the same guy gets him, number 61, the nameless roster player for LCA. Burton's able to get 6, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 for the Indians.
I think it might be James Hall, 6'3", 180. He's a sophomore, and that fits his build out there. He looks like about 180 and 6'3", out there playing that defensive tackle or nose tackle spot. Looks like he's the left defensive tackle when they line up on the line here.
So 3rd down and medium. We've got to convert these. Centers will throw. Out of the backfield, he finds Holberg. Holberg's got some room to run, and he's got a 1st down. Good job by Holberg to find the sticks, turn his head, lower that shoulder, and pick up the yardage needed to get a 1st down. That'll be 1st and 10, Madison Central from the 46-yard line.
We used to call those a little dump pass. Little dump pass to the right side, to the left side. Give your athlete a chance with some running room to pick up a 1st down.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Tom Brady's made a Hall of Fame career out of doing that right there.
Who was that again?
Tom Brady, the greatest of all time.
The GOAT.
And there's some movement up front as Avery Henson. Was he lured off sides or did he jump? It'll be a false start. So the Indians will give 5 yards away. They'll back up to a 1st and 15 from the 41-yard line of Madison Central.
Important, Michael, that they get this 1st down. So this is a big 1st down play here. 15 yards to go. Don't go for it all. Maybe dump another little screen off to one side or the other and see if you can pick up 6 or 7 yards here.
Little out pass to Holbrook. He's hit immediately, tries to break a tackle, and a good job to hold on and bring him down by the sophomore defensive back, Mason Moore. He gets 3 yards back, and that will bring up a 2nd down and 12 from the 44-yard line. Deb Davis, the grandparents of Jalen Davis of Madison Central, watching us here on WBON TV. 2nd down and 12 for the Indians. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left for Cannon Centers. Burton lined up behind him. Centers will run a little quarter or halfback draw, and Burton able to get it to midfield. Nice little play. Indians getting some offense going now, Tom. Moving the ball down the field. It'll be 3rd and 6 for Madison Central.
Very manageable now. Where they're 1st and 15, now it's 3rd and 6, so there's many different plays you can run offensively to pick up this 6 yards and another 1st down. And they do need to pick up the 1st down and march this ball down and try to put some points on the board here before the 1st quarter ends.
Trips right, 1 receiver left. Centers will throw. Looking over the middle. He'll go deep, and nobody there. A little miscommunication with him and his receiver. Centers went deep down the field. His receiver cut his route off, and that'll bring up 4th down and 6 for the Indians. And from midfield, you're kind of in that no man's land, but probably smart here early in the football game. Punt it away and let your defense try and get a stop for you.
Yeah, Nathan Story looked like he ran the route that he thought he should run on that, but then when he looked up and the ball was 10 feet over his head, he just kind of questioned himself, did I run the right route that time? Big punt here, guys.
Good blocking, a nice punt. Fair catch called for at the 22-yard line. And a nice punt there by Madison Central to force back the Eagles from their own 21-yard line. Jackie Hine, the punter for the Indians. And he's got to get a stop here. You had, again, 3rd and 19 on the opening drive for LCA. You give up a 24-yard pass, and then from there it was LCA just working their fast-paced offense, up-tempo, able to pick up the touchdown on the 4-yard pass from Barnhart to Hammond. Man in motion is Brown. They'll give it to him left to right. Able to break 1 tackle, still on his feet. A flag comes in. Brown still on his feet. 2 flags come in. One of these will be a hold. I'm hoping the other one is not a face mask, Tom, because Brown was moving all over the place as he was being hit by Indian defenders. These could be offsetting penalties from the far side officials.
They've got Smith and Vernon, and it looks like they're going to continue to run Smith and Vernon on the same side of the ball every play. They haven't fluctuated from that yet. I'm just kind of curious if they'll mix that up maybe in the second half.
And they're going to say one penalty is declined. They are offsetting penalties, so we'll replay the down. So just as I thought, it looked like it was going to be a hold. Then as Brown was being tackled, a face mask that offset the 2 penalties. So we'll replay the down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Do it all over again.
As a former defensive player, one of the hardest things to do is not grab the face mask when you're trying to bring a guy down. You grab for anything you can and try to put him on the ground, and it happens quite frequently. But fortunately, there was a holding call, and it's just do-over.
See if the Indians defense can keep up their momentum here. Man in motion. Barnhart looking out of the backfield. He's going deep to Smith. Story is back. Smith looks up, and the pass is incomplete. Tell you what, it looked good from here. That's a nice receiver looking up, making the grab. Story did just enough to kind of force him to go out of bounds to make that catch. And credit Nate Story there. It looked like it was zone coverage. The Eagles read it. Gaudy, who was matched up on that side with Smith, had let him go down the field. Story had safety help over the top, and that will bring up 2nd down and 10. Man in motion is Selby. Barnhart over the middle. Pass is complete. That's Hammond again, who caught the touchdown, and he'll pick up 9, maybe 10 yards. Let's see if he's got a first down. The far side official has it marked at the marker. That would be a first down. The white hat comes in. And it's going to be maybe a measurement. No, they're going to say first down.
Yeah, I think they got enough on it.
First down, Lexington.
So they get the 32-yard line. It is a first down, and the Eagles moving it down the field once again.
Yeah, Elijah Hammond, to me, Michael, looks more like a tight end than a wide receiver. Yeah, big frame. He can catch football.
Only a sophomore in his own right. Smith, one-on-one coverage on the far side with Gaudy. Barnhart going to keep it himself. He gets around 2 defenders. Chenault able to wrap him up and gets help from Story to bring him down, and Gaudy. Gain of half a yard. It'll be 2nd down and a long 9, short 10 for LCA.
Tyshawn, really good frame on him. Good defensive frame. Well-built, stocky. Able to put his whole body into that tackle and prevent a big gainer on the left side of the offensive line.
Pistol formation for Barnhart. Sends a man in motion. That is Vernon. They're going to hand it off. A little trickery. Now Barnhart's got it. He's looking down the field. A little trickery by the Eagles. And the pass is incomplete, but a late flag comes in from the near side official. Nobody around him on the play, so I don't know what the call is here. We'll check it and see. It looks like it's going to be against LCA. As it stands, it's going to be 3rd and 10. They're going to say illegal man down the field.
Yeah.
So illegal receiver downfield. I don't know. I don't think that's a penalty that you can decline, or the Indians might force them to be 3rd and 10 here.
Had a nice rugby scrum going on between the linemen from both teams there all the way through that play. And I thought maybe, possibly could have been a hold call, but
good defense by Madison Central. They read the play. Gaudy did not bite. He followed his man all the way down the field and was there to cover the trickery of the Eagles. They're going to back them up as they mark off the penalty. 7-0 your score on the People's Bank scoreboard. You're watching us live on WBONTV.com. Samantha Burford will talk to Mark Centers at half. Get his thoughts on the way his teams looked here in the first half. 47 seconds to play in quarter number 1 at the Doc Sipple Bowl. Coming up later on tonight, Donald Foster and myself will have game number 2 as Danville takes on Madison Southern. The Eagles coming off a big win last week over their in-county rival, the Indians of Madison Central, and the officials playing musical chairs with the football here.
Yeah, trying to figure out what they're doing. I guess it's just a 5-yard penalty. They had marked off 10, and then they brought it back to 5. Illegal man downfield, 5
So it's at the 28-yard line. 2nd down and 15. Barnhart moves the tailback to behind him. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. out of the backfield. Man goes in motion. A little screen pass.
Oh.
It's caught by Brown, blocking in front, and what about Sweat? Ball comes out. The Indians have the football. Indians marching it down the field, and finally being wrestled out of bounds is number 50 of Madison Central. I believe they're going to blow the play dead at the 32-yard line. This will be interesting as the Indians picked up the football and took off with it. There's no way to review this. It was Noah Shipley, the sophomore lineman, who picked the football up and took off with it. Now the better question is was it a fumble or was it not?
Well, I think what they're saying is the ball was down, that the ball carrier was down, at least had a knee down on the turf, and after he was down, he lost the football, and Madison Central able to pick it up. So
Mark Sanders standing there with his arms out, asking the officials, how do you miss that call? He thought his team had the football. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Can the defense come up with a stop?
He's not happy right now.
Barnhart will throw. He's looking over the middle. He goes over the middle. Pass is caught. First down, Eagles. That's Brown, and he just camped out over the middle. The Indians were in that soft zone again, Tom.
Yeah.
And you let the quarterback get that much time, he's going to pick you apart. 1st and 10, LCA, and again, the Eagles offense ready to go once again. No huddle, 10 seconds to play. Last play of the quarter probably, if they even snap the football. And it looks like they're going to let this quarter wind down and take a 7-0 lead into the second quarter on your People's Bank scoreboard. LCA 7, Madison Central nothing after one quarter. We'll go back to the station for a 1-minute commercial break and come right back to Berea on WBONTV.com.
Kentucky has lots of counties and miles of roads. And in every county, there's a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent looking out for folks when they're on the road. When you're in Kentucky, you're never far away from Kentucky's own property and casualty insurer.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
At Madison Drug, Charles and his staff know your time is valuable and will work to get you in and out quickly. We have a convenient drive-through and offer free delivery. For vaccinations, just walk right in, no appointment necessary. Madison Drug, Richmond's hometown pharmacy. At Madison Drug, Charles and his staff know your time is valuable and will work to get you in and out quickly. We have a convenient drive-through and offer free delivery. For vaccinations, just walk right in, no appointment necessary. Madison Drug, Richmond's hometown pharmacy.
This portion of Live and Local High School Sports brought to you in part by these great local sponsors. Remember, buy and support your local businesses.
Madison Central trailing at 7-0 as the second quarter about to begin here on WBONTV.com. Tom Gross and myself, Michael Watkins, Tom Zila, and the Morning Zoo Crew.
Yes.
What you got going on Monday, Tom?
Oh, Monday, it's another episode of the McIntoshes from Clayhole, Kentucky. Always a fun time to catch up with them, see what they've been up to for a week.
Do you hear that voice over there on the PA announcer?
Yes.
JD.
Is that the Jackie D?
Jackie
Richmond's
D, man.
only stand-up comedian? Unbelievable.
He's over there on the PA announcing tonight. 1st and 10, Brown takes the Wildcat snap, and he will gain a couple of yards up to the 50, or make it the 48-yard line. So he'll gain 4. To bring up 2nd and 6. This LCA offense is a well-oiled machine. They've got so much motion in the backfield that if you play a zone, you really have to cover all your areas. And their quarterback, a kid that's been playing quarterback for a long time, very smart QB back there in the backfield. 2nd down and 6 for the Eagles.
They got all the pass
over
catches.
the middle. Pass is incomplete. That is a play, again, that Mark Sanders talked to me about in the pregame. There's 15 plays this year that could have made Madison Central be 3-0 instead of 0-3. That play is one that you got to have, and as you've heard before, that may be why Deshaun Gowdy is playing cornerback and not wide receiver.
Well, it's great defense, and I was going to say their 3 best wide receivers all lined up on this side, and you knew something was up when they did that. Now they got them split again.
3rd and 6. Barnhart, again, all day to throw. Pass is caught by Brown for a first down. Again, if you give this quarterback that much time to throw, he's going to pick you apart. That has been what has happened here in the first half. On third down again, the Eagles convert. It's now 1st and 10 from the 43 of Madison Central.
Well, Lexington Christian only converts 227 yards per game passing, so they have a potent passing offense.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Sanders about that before the game as well. He said they can do it all, Mike. He said they got a good running back, but they really have a well-oiled machine at quarterback who can throw and run. Gain of 4 there on the handoff to Brown. It'll be 2nd down and 6. 10:55 to play in the first half. Barnhart, I've never seen this formation before. 2 tailbacks lined up side by side to his left.
Yes.
In the backfield.
That's interesting.
2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Barnhart will hand it off to Brown, lead blocker in front of him, and Brown able to keep his balance. It looked like he went down before the chain, and he did. Before the first down marker, it'll be 3rd and a couple for the Eagles.
Instead of the I formation, that was the sideways L formation that time. And I see, that could work with an option very easily where you've got one blocker to back or one back to block, and then you get your second back to run off of that block. And it turned out to be a nice play.
3rd down and 2. Man in motion is Vernon. Barnhart will give it to Brown up the middle. He broke a tackle and picks up 4 yards, enough for the first down. And the Eagles, again, picking up a first down on 3rd down. They have converted so many 3rd downs thus far. Barnhart on the game, 9 of 11, 82 yards passing. He is 81.8% completion rate, Tom. And he's also ran the ball 6 times for 25 yards. Xavier Brown, 16 yards rushing for the Eagles. Barnhart going to throw it out in the flat. Pass complete. That's Selby. Selby able to pick up about 7 yards, maybe 8, depending on where they spot the football at. Got June Bogey hanging out with us tonight, watching us on WBON TV. And Ty Harkleroad says, let's go Braden Pruitt of Madison Central. It is 2nd down and short here for the Eagles.
He's used 5 different wide receivers and the back coming out of the backfield to throw to already in this football game.
Trips right, 1 receiver left. Brown out of the game. It's Selby in the backfield. And he's going to bring some pressure. Barnhart hangs in there and is finally tackled and brought down. It was Chenault that was able to get the sack, and a late flag comes in, and it looks like this might be against Parks on a late hit. Sideline warning against Madison Central, so the Indians catch a break there. This wheel back LCA up to a 3rd down and 11 from the 32-yard line. They need the 20 for first down. So it's 3rd and about 12 here, Tom, on this play. Although if you're Barnhart and this Eagles offense, you picked up 3rd down every time, it seems like. Don't know what their 3rd down conversion rate is. We'll see if we can find that on the stats here. But it's 3rd down and 12 here. Bunch formation again. 2 receivers each way, and Selby lined up to the right of Barnhart in the backfield. Indians move their defense to the left side. Barnhart going to throw out of the backfield, complete, and another first down. It's just men running open, and you're giving Barnhart, 5, 6, 7 seconds to sit back there and find an open man. He does it again, and again, the Eagles pick up a first down on 3rd down and long.
Elijah Hammond, 6'2", 185. And like I said, you talk about a good college tight end right there. He looks like a tight end, but they split him wide, and he can catch the football. I don't think he's had a drop tonight yet.
I mean, they've had 2 incompletions thus far. That's really been because the receiver dropped the football. 1st and 10, man in motion to the right side. They hand it off to him. That is Vernon. Vernon able to pick up another first down, and he's going to be close to a touchdown. Then he is. Touchdown, Eagles. Able to stay on his feet. Will Vernon on the jet sweep takes it to the house. And with 8:16 to play in the first half, Madison Central has fallen behind 13-0.
Nice 15-yard run there, and he broke 3 or 4 tackles was able to make his way into the secondary and just drug a couple of defenders with him into the end zone.
That's the way you take it to the house. Brought to you by Cindy House, agent with Century 21 Advanced Realty. Buying or selling, contact Cindy House at 859-408-2909. And Will Vernon taking it to the house for the Eagles of LCA. Extra point pending, 13-0. Here is Dobbs on the PAT. Hold is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. LCA 14, Madison Central scoreless here on your People's Bank scoreboard. Back in 1 minute, folks, on WBONTV.com.
At Eastern Kentucky University, we recognize greatness starts in the classroom, but it doesn't end there. You have to get hands-on, get real-world experience, and discover who you are meant to be. Be a crime fighter. Be a visionary. Be a colonel. See what you can be. Visit go.eku.edu/colonel. At Eastern Kentucky University, we recognize greatness starts in the classroom, but it doesn't end there. You have to get hands-on, get real-world experience, and discover who you are meant to be. Be a crime fighter. Be a visionary. Be a colonel. See what you can be. Visit go.eku.edu/colonel.
Back at Madison Southern High School for the 2019 Doc Sipple Bowl. And Jaden Barnhart picking the Eagles, or picking the Indians off defense apart. 11 of 13 through the air, 106 yards, 1 touchdown. And Xavier Brown, 5 carries, 19 yards, 4 catches, 34 yards for the Eagles. They lead the Indians 14-0. And Tom, on the last drive for Madison Central, picked up a couple of first downs, was able to get the offense moving a little bit, but got stagnant once they got to midfield. Now, can the offense come out again and get it going? You know, you talked about, when I talked to Coach Sanders before the game, those 15 plays he talked about that could have made them be 3-0 instead of 0-3. The ball bounces one way, it bounces the other. It's just, you know, a yard or two goes a different way. They could be 3-0 right now. You had a fumble that almost was a fumble. Madison Central picked it up. They call it down. It's not a fumble. You had a pass that should have been picked off by the Indians. Little things like that. When you play a team that's this good against LCA, you've got to convert on things like that to give yourself a chance to win the football game.
Well, right now on their turnover ratio, giveaway, takeaway, they are way behind. They've had 2 interceptions and 1 fumble recoveries thus far this season, and you've got to create turnovers if the other team is making you turn the ball over.
Well, last year you had guys like Ben Snap, you had Humphrey, you had Jackson Jewett, you had Blake Muntz and the quarterback Derek Smith. I think that would come in. Derek Miller would come in on that blitz package. That could create plays defensively. Now, you've got guys like Chenault, Edgren Sweat, but again, they're young, they're inexperienced. They don't really know yet how to make plays like that defensively. And it's showing through these first 3 games, now a quarter and a half here. You're down 14-0. The offense has got to get going. Adrian Parks is now in the backfield. Indians fans are excited about him. He'll take the handoff, stiff arms a defender, and is going to fall forward for a gain of 2. Lost his footing as he stiff-armed the defender there, Tom, but Parks is a guy that if he gets any kind of space, he is going to take it the distance.
Well, I like him already. He kept his legs churning even after he was hit there and was able to pick up that extra yard. So let's see if they don't work him a lot more here.
Center's going to throw complete to Lansaw. Lansaw makes one man miss, makes another man miss, and is able to get it up to the 36-yard line. A nice job by John Lansaw. And the key there, Tom, was the time that Cannon Centers was able to sit there, find an open man, and deliver the football. First and 10 Indians from their own 36-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. McAlpin in at fullback to make that Holberg in at fullback to the right side of Centers. Parks is the tailback. That's where they go, blocking in front. And again, Parks brought down after a 2-yard gain up to the 38-yard line to bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Indians.
Well, I like the quarterback for Madison Central's first name being a quarterback. When you got the first name of Cannon, that kind of fits pretty well if you play quarterback.
2 receivers left. They're going to pitch it out to Parks this time on the opposite side. Parks again. A nice job to get those legs churning. Tackled by LeBrick, one of the captains tonight for LCA. Up to the 43-yard line. It will be 3rd down and 3. Can the Indians convert on 3rd down? LCA has been perfect on 3rd down conversions tonight. Can the Indians get one here on 3rd and short? Center's rolling out right. He's got to get rid of it. He does, but again, being pressured. He was rolling out right side, and the pass incomplete. You're down 14-0. What do you do here, Madison Central? On your own side of the field, you probably have to punt here.
Looks like they're going to go for it. Now they change.
There comes Hine.
Yeah.
Jackie Hine had a pretty good punt last time. See if he can pin the Eagles back deep as Darius Smith is back to return. Stands at his own 26-yard line. That's a guy that if he gets going, he's going to be hard to catch up to, Tom.
Yeah, he's a good athlete.
Hine, no pressure, gets it away. And it will take, it hits an Eagles player and goes out of bounds. Again, another one of those plays that if that can stay in bounds for another half a second, the Indians might dive on it. As it stands, the Eagles catch a break. They will get the football at their own 27-yard line.
Backman had to moonwalk to get out of the way of that one, and he couldn't. The ball took a bounce right at him and hit his leg, but as Michael said, it went off and out of bounds instead of staying in the field of play. So no chance for a recovery there. But this is a big, big series right here for this Indian defense, Michael.
1st and 10 for Barnhart and the offense. They're going to go 2 receivers to the left side, 2 receivers to the right. Barnhart checking his lineup. He will fake the handoff, throw complete to Smith. Smith lost the football. It was not complete. Just right through the hands of Smith, who is the star wide receiver. But for the most part tonight, Tom, they've kept him quiet.
Yeah, and he was worried over there. He had a defender right up on him, and they've done a pretty good job defending him tonight. He's made a couple of catches, but he's not made that real big play that's the backbreaker. But they're doing what they can to try to prevent him from having a big game here this evening.
2nd down and 10. Barnhart looking right. He will throw at Smith this time, makes the catch, and is pushed out of bounds by Pruitt on the far side of the field. Gain of 12 up to the 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Lexington Christian Academy Eagles out of Class 1A. They'll mark the football at the 39, so it is a gain of 12. Class 2A, they moved up to 2A this year.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. District 4.
They owned 1A for a long time. It seemed like them and Hazard were in the championship game every year. Here's a handoff to Vernon again. Vernon trying to outrun the defense, and a nice job by Pruitt here on the near side now, coming up to make his 2nd straight tackle. Credit that time to number 9, that is Parks, who chased Vernon all the way back. Never would allow him to go north and south. Vernon was trying to get away. He was going east and west, and as he finally got around the defense of Parks, Pruitt was right there to make the tackle.
Textbook tackle. Any of you Pee Wee football players watching that, grab those legs. They can't run if you got their legs tied up.
2nd down and 11. Barnhart rolling. Going to throw, pass high, and it should have been picked off. 2nd time tonight that Barnhart has overthrown a receiver, and an Indians player was right there, just could not make the catch. That time it was Braden Pruitt, who for the 3rd straight play was involved defensively for the Indians. He's made back-to-back tackles, and there the ball goes right through his hands, and it falls incomplete.
What a receiver to have out there. Elijah Hammonds, 6'2", towers over most of the defense.
Trips right, 1 receiver left, tailback to his left, Barnhart. Looking around, he'll move the tailback to his right, now back to his left. That's Selby. Now Barnhart looking to throw. Being pressured. Sweat is there, and Sweat going to bring him down. Good help by Parks and Shipley, who come in, and finally on third down, the Indians get the stop they've needed all game long, and this one a good one, as it will probably set the Indians up with good field position as the Eagles are backed up at their own 30-yard line.
Sweat had him around the ankles. He wasn't going to go anywhere. It just was who was going to finish the job. And I like Sweat got up and did his Hulk Hogan muscle pose there after the tackle.
Get the 20-inch pythons.
Oh, yeah.
You know, brother.
I tell you what, brother, try to run it my way.
Zach Holbrook back to return. He stands at his own 39-yard line. Dobbs, who is the kicker, is also the punter for LCA, and a little flag, a whistle comes in right before the snap, and it's going to be a delay of game against LCA. So back them up 5 yards, and that'll help the Indians' field position even more.
Yeah, 45-yard line. That's where they're looking for the ball to come to.
Got to take care of the football here.
And they're going to have 4.5 minutes here to try to get down and get some
to
points.
Get a score.
Yeah.
Because LCA will get the ball to receive the second half. Dobbs barely gets it away. Holbrook calls for a fair catch at the 38-yard line. And that's one thing, too, that, Holbrook, his first year returning punts. Last year it was Ethan Hahn and Ben Snap who were back there, two guys that love to return the football.
Right.
They would get it, and you got 5 yards before somebody's next to you, they're going to take off there. Holbrook just doing the smart play. Let's take the football. Let's get our offense back out here and get them going. But the Indians take over at their own 38-yard line. 1st and 10, Madison Central. Two receivers to the right, one receiver to the left. Let's see if we can get William Jacobs going. Centers going to hand it off to Holberg. Ashton showing seeds of his brother from a couple of years ago. Picks up 7 yards. Gets it up to the 45-yard line. The ball came out, but Holberg was down before it came out. It'll be 2nd down and 3. I seen William Jacobs the other day at Raising Cane's. Was talking to him out in town, and super nice kid. Again, coming back to play football after 2 ACL tears, and just a kid that you want to see do well. Burton going to take off. They're going to hand it off to Holberg again. He runs right into a wall of defenders and loses 2 yards. Back to the 48-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 6 now. Jacobs about 6'6", wide receiver. Hasn't seen many balls thrown to him, but when he has made the defense pay. It's 3rd down and 6, 3.5 to play in the first half. 14-0 LCA on top of Madison Central here in the Doc Sipple Bowl. Centers looking to throw. He will throw, and the pass is caught. How about Holbrook hanging in there to make the catch at the 48-yard line of LCA. And that was a dime delivered by Cannon Centers.
Well, for Lexington Christian, not only does Elijah Hammond play a good wide receiver, he also plays a good linebacker, and he got his hand in there, but that was just a super catch.
Hand off to Burton. Joe makes one man miss, gets it inside the 45, down to the 44-yard line. He'll come out of the game as Parks will come in, and it will bring up a 2nd down and 5 for the Indians. The Indians now in that no-huddle offense, Tom.
Yeah, come on, Parks, get them Pistons churning here. Pop one.
2nd down and 5, and the Indians jump off sides. A false start. Zach Holbrook was so excited to get this play going, I bet he was going to be throwing the football. The play was set up for him, Tom.
Yeah, he's looking at his plays on his wrist, and I don't know if they put what the snap count's going to be. I thought that's why they huddled. All right, we're going to go on 3 this time. But maybe they've got the snap count on the plays.
Well, with the no-huddle offense, they may do that because they were running no-huddle before that play. It's now 2nd down and 11. So the yardage that Burton picked up washed away on the penalty. 2 to the right, 1 to the left for Centers on 2nd down and 11. They're going to fake the pitch out. Centers, no time to throw, and is tackled for a loss of 3. And he fumbled the football, and LCA has picked it up and they will take over at the Madison Central 47-yard line. Centers that time slow to roll out. Now he is limping off the field.
Yeah, he's shaking up on the play.
Jacob Waldecker will check on him as the starting quarterback for Madison Central. Hobbling off to the sideline, goes down to a knee here on the near side. It's 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the Indians' 47-yard line, 2:20 to play. And keep in mind, LCA will get the football to begin the second half. Barnhart will go 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, 1 tailback. That's Brown lined up behind him. They'll hand it off to Brown, straight ahead, bouncing off defenders, gains 12 yards, down to the 35-yard line. A big pickup on first down by Xavier Brown, the sophomore running back.
About halfway through that run, he started high-stepping to get his feet up away from the would-be tacklers there. Several defenders grabbing at his feet, trying to bring him down. But, man, he is a load.
Barnhart in the pistol once again. You're going to fake the handoff here. Throw complete to Brown. Brown breaks a tackle, and he will walk into the end zone. Xavier Brown on a 35-yard touchdown catch makes it 20-0 Eagles. Extra point pending. And we'll see if Dobbs can make it 21-0 here on your People's Bank scoreboard. Cannon Centers down there on the near sideline, trying to run off the hit that he took that made him fumble the football in the last play for Madison Central. Here's the PAT from Dobbs. Indians get there but cannot get a piece of it, and the PAT is good. 21-0. Eagles on your People's Bank scoreboard. We'll go back to the station for a 1-minute commercial break and come right back to Berea and the Doc Sipple Bowl on WBONTV.com.
Need a physical for school or work? Need it right away? No problem. Berea Urgent Care has 2 convenient locations along with late hours to meet your needs. They're affordable too. Physicals at Berea Urgent Care only $20. DOT and CDL physicals are only $65. Berea Urgent Care number 1 by Walmart is open every day 9 to 9. Berea Urgent Care number 2 by Berea Drug open Monday through Friday 10 till 6. No appointment necessary. Berea Urgent Care, here when you need us.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
Jaden Barnhart, 13 of 17 through the air, 154 yards, 2 touchdowns. One of those to Xavier Brown's 5 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown for Brown, the running back for the Eagles. 1:47 to play. Eagles will kick off, and Gowdy will return this. And they're going to make him bring it out to the 20-yard line as it will be a touchback. And the Indians offense will begin the drive from their own 20. Tom, 1:42 to play. You got to find something working for the Indians, and to this point, they've had a couple of nice plays, but again, it's been stringing those plays together to put a drive together. You don't have an Ethan Hahn that you can throw it deep to, or a Freddie Chenault that can get you 4 yards every carry. You've got to find a way to put a drive together here if you're the Indians offense. And we'll see if Cannon Center shows any lingering effects from that hit he took that made him fumble the football on the last drive. Burden out of the backfield. He'll roll out. Centers will throw a screen pass to John Lansall. Blocking in front for Lansall, and he's got space at the 50, 40. Nobody to beat, and how about that? John Lansall to the house. Touchdown, Indians. 80-yard strike, and that will be the biggest play of the game for the Indians thus far, Tom. That is exactly what we needed. I just said you got to find some way to string some plays together. You don't have no Ethan Hahn that can get you a big play like that, but you can throw a screen pass to John Lansall. And how about the offensive line? The big uglies getting in front of Lansall and giving him a hole to run through.
We said it earlier. You get past the linebackers, you got a chance. And what a great catch and run. And a great athlete. He just stretched it out. Big, long strides. Easy touchdown.
And the old swinging gate formation gets one of the LCA defenders to bite. It will be a offsides against the Eagles. And this is normally where the Indians will go for 2 on this spot. Edgar Sweat is the guy that playing that Jackson Jewett role where they'll pitch it over to him and have him run it in for 2 points. We'll see if they do that here.
Well, Eagles got caught watching the paint dry that time.
They are going to go for 2, pitch it out, and it's good. 2-point conversion is good. They're going to call it good. The tailback lost the football, but the 2-point conversion counts for Madison Central. 21-8, a minute 27 to play. Defense needs to come up here and prevent a score before the end of the half begins. We'll go back to the station, folks, for 1 minute and come right back on WBONTV.com.
Welcome to Chenault Vineyards, locally grown wine, right here in the heart of Richmond. Chenault Vineyards is a place that everyone can enjoy. Celebrate your next event at Chenault Vineyards, whether it be a wedding, maybe your wedding shower, office event, or just a place to gather with friends. You can't beat the venues or the amazing views at Chenault Vineyards. Chenault Vineyards has a restaurant open Friday through Sunday and live music as well. Visit ChenaultVineyards.com to learn more about this amazing place tucked back into the heart of Richmond. Chenault Vineyards.
Citizens Guaranty Bank makes banking on the go a breeze. Banking on the go has never been easier with options like balance inquiries, make payments from any mobile device, transfer funds between accounts, activate or deactivate a card with just a tap. And with mobile checking deposit, you can deposit checks straight into your eligible checking account using your iPhone, iPad, or Android device. Take advantage of all these fast, convenient, and secure services of Citizens Guaranty Bank. Mobile carrier charges and rules and restrictions may apply. See bank for details. Citizens Guaranty Bank, member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Back on WBONTV.com, it was Pat Moore and it ran the 2-point conversion in the kicker. Here he is kicking it off for the Indians, and that one going to be returned from the 10-yard line by Frankie Knight of the Eagles. A good return by Knight, and he is finally wrapped up from behind and tackled by Holberg of Madison Central. But able to get it up to the 36-yard line, Tom, and that could be dangerous as the Eagles. We've seen them make big plays before. They could take one deep here.
You saw what they did, what they had, 4 minutes and something, and they took it down and scored, and they can do it again. What have we got, 1:13 to go here? So, yeah, defense needs to step it up one more time here.
1st and 10 for the Eagles. See if they can get another score before the half ends. 21-8. That was a huge touchdown by John Lansall. 80 yards on the screen pass.
It's Friday the 13th, and the Eagles have had some ball bouncing bad luck. So maybe on Friday the 13th they might get a nice bounce their way right here. Interception, fumble recovery, set themselves up to get some points before the half.
They're going to stack the receivers again. You got Vernon and Smith, who have been 2 of their best over here on the near side. And then on the far side, you have Elijah Hammond and Xavier Brown with the tailback Selby, the sophomore, lined up in the backfield with Barnhart. Don't know what the confusion is here, but the official's taking a long time to spot this football. Down the field, it looks like we are deemed ready for action. They're going to add 4 seconds to the clock. That was the issue. So 1:17 to play. Vernon in motion. And he will keep it himself. Quarterback keeper. Barnhart down the field he goes and is finally tackled from behind by number 9. That is Parks, Travion Parks, at the 41-yard line.
24-yard run. That's what he looked like on the highlight reel I watched this afternoon.
Hurry up offense, 1:06 to play. Barnhart sends a man in motion again. That is Selby, left or right. He'll throw, and the pass is incomplete. Nobody there. Eagles lucky that was not picked off, but Barnhart.
Well, he had Selby in motion, and I think Selby was supposed to run a post pattern once he cleared the line, but he came straight to the sideline on that play. That's why that was wide open. Nobody in that vicinity.
Trips right, 2 receivers left for Barnhart at the 41 of Madison Central. Minute exactly to play in the first half. Barnhart looking to throw. Pressure up the middle. Good job by the offensive line to create space. Picked off! That's Parks. Blocking in front for Travion as he brings it all the way to the field, the other side of the field, and then he loses the football. Do the Indians have it? Parks lost it, and the Indians will keep the football. Indians keep possession. There is a flag on the far side of the field at the 48-yard line, so some of the yardage will come back. But how about the play by Travion Parks?
Well, we talked about it. It's Friday the 13th. Needed the break, and there's the break. Now let's just hope the flag doesn't go against them.
Waiting on the official to make the call. 47 seconds to play. It's going to be a sideline warning against the Eagles. So Madison Central, a chance here to at least get in field goal range and make this a 10-point ball game. 47.3 to play. A couple of timeouts in your back pocket. Make it 3 timeouts. Neither team has called one here in the first half.
Go right back to the same play you scored the touchdown on last time. Run that same thing right here.
Holberg in motion. Centers on the draw play. Parks can't break a tackle, and he is down at the 48 of Madison Central, and the Indians want to call a timeout here. 21-8, 40 seconds to play in the first half. Madison Central wants to talk it over, and so will we. Back in a minute, folks, on WBONTV.com.
It's been a busy year.
So what's on your to-do list?
Serious house hunting, home improvement projects, or maybe a new car or a boat for summers on the lake. For more than a century, your neighbors at Cumberland Valley National Bank have been helping turn plans into reality. Stop by any of CVNB's branch offices or visit cvnb.com and find the right personal vehicle or home loan that fits your budget and meets your needs. CVNB, local banking with big-time advantages. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
CKI Equipment and Services is now open in the former location of Metcalf Metal, but with all new ownership and management of Calvin, Paula, Callie, and Nick Gooch. CKI is your local machinery repair headquarters, in the shop or in the field with CKI's mobile unit. They come to you for all types of welding, stick, MIG, TIG, aluminum, stainless, and mild steel. Everything for your trailers from axles and hubs to lights, wiring, tires, and wheels. CKI Equipment and Services on Highway 52 Irvin Road by Shell.
Back at Madison Southern High School, the Indians picking off a pass from Barnhart and a good return of about 26 yards by Trey Parks to put it on the Eagles side of the field. A loss of 3 sets the Indians up at 2nd down and 13 from their own 48-yard line. The 4th interception of the year by Jaden Barnhart. Trips left, 1 right for Centers. Time to throw. He will step up, throw a pick himself. Threw it right into the hands of number 13. That's Hammond.
The tight end.
And Hammond caught a touchdown pass earlier in the football game. He can play both sides of the field. And the Indians give it right back on the turnover by Centers. That was one of the keys to the game for Madison Central. Do not turn the ball over. Centers has fumbled it once, and now an interception to give it back to LCA with 35.7 to play.
Well, Michael Denarius Smith making a name for himself this year, leading receiver in the state of Kentucky. But mark my word, here a couple years, you're going to hear Elijah Hammond's name mentioned an awful lot. Good hands on that guy. Big athlete, great football player.
Let's see if they go to Smith here. He's matched up one-on-one with Gaudy on the near side. Nobody else over the top. Barnhart looking to throw. He's looking right. He'll roll out left. He'll go deep right. And that pass incomplete. He was looking for Vernon, and a good job by Pruitt, who's done a good job defensively tonight for the Indians.
I thought for a minute we were at the Madison County Skeet Club there, the way that ball fluttered down the sideline. Nice defense, though, by the Indians over there. They're playing very good man-to-man defense.
So what I have been super impressed with this offensive line for LCA. They have kept Sweat and Shipley and Parks and these guys out of their backfield, and they've given their quarterback plenty of time to throw the football.
Yeah, he's had all night, that's for sure.
Indians bring Cruz up the middle. Pass is complete to Brown. He's got a first down. Indians territory at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10, LCA 23 seconds to play.
He's got to be their leading receiver tonight.
He is.
This far.
At 70 yards before that one. Now 1st and 10 from the Madison Central 48. The one out again to Brown, this time incomplete. 16.3 to play. It's 21-8 LCA. Couple of turnovers by the Indians aiding the deficit. See the defensive coordinator for the Indians out there signaling to his secondary to watch for the deep pass here. This Eagles offense very aggressive. They will try to score one more time with these 16 seconds to play.
That signal looked kind of like the chicken dance.
It did.
The way you started, yeah.
2 receivers each way for Barnhart.
They're bringing him.
And pass complete to Brown. Story trying to catch him. He cannot. And just like we saw a couple of drives ago for LCA, Barnhart hits Brown on the slant pattern, and he takes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Lexington Christian Academy. And just when it looked like Madison Central was going to get the momentum on their side before the half ends, the turnover gives it back to LCA, and they tack on another score. 27-8 on your People's Bank scoreboard. The Eagles on top, and the extra point coming from Dobbs. And they're going to run their own variation of the swinging gate formation here. Swinging the gate right. The Indians have.
They practice that.
Exactly, every single day. So they know.
That. Yeah.
Here comes Dobbs for the PAT. 27-8. 7 seconds to play in the half. Kick is up, and the kick is good.
14 of 14 on the season.
28-8 your score. LCA on top. We'll step aside for a 1-minute commercial break and come right back on WBONTV.com.
The Estill Clinic and Urban Healthcare Pharmacies are focused on providing the best care possible for the people of Estill County. Our care for our patients and our community is what sets us apart. With society's fast pace, we want to make sure you leave with the information you need about your medications. With the knowledge and experience of John, Ryan, and Janet, you are guaranteed excellent service, whether you're in the store or pulling through the drive-thru. Taking care of the people of Estill County is our #1 priority. So stop in or give us a call to become a part of our community.
Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling has the largest showroom in Central Kentucky with all the power sports products you can dream of for your next adventure. Gateway Cycles has a qualified, certified service department, friendly sales staff so you can ride free and play hard. Local people serving local people. We are here to make your dream a living adventure. Stop in and see us today at Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling or visit us at gatewaycycles.com.
Indians with Holbrook and Gaudy back to return, down 28-8 here with 7 seconds to play in the first half. We'll see if they get time to run a play or if the kickoff will be the last play of the first half. Here is Dobbs on the kick. A little squib kick. Going to be returnable by Story. Story going to run out of bounds, and he is slung around, and no flag came in. I like the job of the defensive player for LCA there. If he slings him down, it's going to be a flag. So he holds up Story just enough to get him out of bounds, and the Indians will have to run one more play before this half comes to an end. 28-8, your score, 2.5 to play. And, Tom, what do you do here? You take a knee? Do you maybe run that screen pass again, see if you can get something going?
Oh, yeah. You want to try something here. You're not going to be able to set up. Yeah, you're not going to be able to set up and get a field goal. You're not going to have time. You got a timeout you can use, but 2.5 seconds, you just got to go for it or maybe just run a simple play like they're doing now.
Hand off to Burton. He gains 5, and that will be it for the first half. Madison Central trailing at 28-8 at the end of the first half. Mark Centers down there will get his thoughts on the first half with Samantha Burford. As the Indians, a couple of turnovers there in the first half, they trail 28-8. Here's Samantha.
All right, Coach. The second quarter, you guys had a nice interception and nice touchdown. Tell us your thoughts on how your team played the first half.
we're playing hard. We're still making mistakes, but we've got to have some things go our way. Sooner or later, if we keep playing hard, the ball's going to bounce our way. We had a turnover down here that should have went our way, didn't we? Had a couple other things, but it happens. That's ball. We just got to keep playing. Sooner or later, it'll bounce our way.
Yep. All right, Barnhart is controlling this offense. They're coming back with the ball at the beginning of the second half. Tell us your thoughts on how you'll control this defense.
Well, he's fantastic. We're right there to make plays. We've got him in the backfield a time or two. We got the running backs in the backfield a time or two. He's doing a great job going where he's supposed to with the ball and making good plays. That third down's what's killing us. We can't get off field on third down. We make a couple plays, and then we've had plays that need to be made that just, quite frankly, haven't been made, and so we're going to have to make a change.
All right, good luck, Coach. Thank you. All right, that was Coach Center talking to us right here at halftime, and we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have Michael and Tom with all the halftime statistics, everything you need to know right after this.
The Estill Clinic and Urban Healthcare Pharmacies are focused on providing the best care possible for the people of Estill County. Our care for our patients and our community is what sets us apart. With society's fast pace, we want to make sure you leave with the information you need about your medications. With the knowledge and experience of John, Ryan, and Janet, you are guaranteed excellent service, whether you are in the store or pulling through the drive-thru. Taking care of the people of Estill County is our #1 priority, so stop in or give us a call to become a part of our community.
Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling has the largest showroom in Central Kentucky with all the power sports products you can dream of for your next adventure. Gateway Cycles has a qualified, certified service department, friendly sales staff so you can ride free and play hard. Local people serving local people. We are here to make your dream a living adventure. Stop in and see us today at Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling or visit us at gatewaycycles.com.
Gillum Sports Lounge is the place to go to watch your favorite team, whether it be EKU, Kentucky, or your favorite local high school team on WBON TV. Gillum's has you covered on one of their many flat-screen TVs. Gillum's has something on the menu for everyone. Pizza, burgers, mouth-watering appetizers, subs, sandwiches, salads, and more. And Gillum Sports Lounge is the perfect place to host your next event in one of their private rooms. When you think local food in Richmond, think Gillum Sports Lounge at 830 Eastern Bypass inside the Richmond Mall.
Hometown Dental in Richmond has been serving the people of Madison County for many years. Now when you go to Hometown Dental, you can get everything you need under one roof because Hometown Dental now offers orthodontics. Hometown Dental is a full-service family dentistry dental group with a personal touch. Check out their website, hometowndentalrichmond.com, to learn about their services and staff at Hometown Dental, located at 4095 Atwood Drive, Suite A in Richmond. Mention this ad and get free x-rays or $100 off Zoom whitening treatment at Hometown Dental.
When you're in Estill County and get the hungries, be sure to eat at Estill's Finest. In the mood for the best barbecue, pulled pork, brisket, steaks, ribs, or burgers? Follow the smoke to the House of Q. And for the best pizza, pasta, or salad, head on down to the Steam Engine Pizza Pub. No matter what you're craving, remember Estill's Finest, Steam Engine Pizza Pub on Main Street, or for mouth-watering barbecue, it's House of Q on River Drive in Irvine.
Healthy smiles are confident smiles. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is offering a new patient special. X-rays, exam, cleaning, and fluoride for only $99. They also have a $10 unit Botox special. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry offers their patients single visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs from implants, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Are back at Madison Central High School, or Madison Southern High School, here on WBONTV.com. Tom Zielegros and Michael Watkins here on WBON TV. Glad to have you tuned in as the Indians trail 28-8 at the half on your People's Bank scoreboard. Our halftime show is brought to you by Bishop's Small Engine Repair. At Bishop's, the variety of outdoor power equipment is second to none. Visit bishopsmallenginerepair.com or visit their location on North Estill Avenue in Richmond to see all the latest brands at Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Tom, a pretty rough first half there for the Eagles, or for the Indians, excuse me, as they could not get anything going offensively. And when they finally did, a couple of turnovers really plaguing the Indians, which has been the story all season long. And our Jack Burford Chevrolet keys to the game. We said you got to take care of the football. A fumble by centers, an interception by centers. And again, those things happen. But then on the other side of the ball, you had a chance to get one interception. You had a chance to recover a fumble. You did pick off a pass, but you fumbled it again, was lucky
Right.
to fall back on it. But all these things going together has allowed LCA to get these big chunk plays, Xavier Brown, a couple of big catches, and that's why Madison Central trails 28-8 here at the half.
Here's the situation, and you heard the coach say it in the interview there at the end of the first half. You've got inexperience. Everybody knows that. You got a lot of underclassmen on the team. You got a lot of people finding their way right now as athletes on this football team. And, what a great season they had last year. And they're going to play the seniors. They're going to play the athletes and go for that championship, and which they did. I mean, they set records last year.
Yeah.
So
one of the best years in school history, if not the best year.
Yeah, so what you got to do now is you got to suck it up. That's just what they call it. They call it sucking it up. You're gonna have some mistakes. You're going to lose a few balls, but every play that they run offensively, every play they run defensively, they're gaining more and more experience. And I think, what are we, game 4 of the season? And I think by the time we get to playoff time, you're going to see a different football team out there.
What this team cares about is their district games, but they have a couple of games left before they get into district play. Now, next week they'll play Lafayette. Then they'll get into their district part of the schedule, and that's when you want to be playing your best football. Now, they're not playing their best football right now, but what they are learning is what they cannot do and what they need to work on going into those district games. We are live here on the Bishop's Small Engine Repair Halftime Show. It's now time for the CKI Equipment Accounting of the Stats. Total offense there in the first half for LCA, 298 yards of total offense compared to 141 yards of total offense for the Indians. The kicker here is the amount of plays. 42 plays ran by LCA, 23 for Madison Central. And, Tom, you look at it, 141 yards for Madison Central. That's not bad for the first half, but keep in mind 80 of those came on one play on the screen pass touchdown to John Lansaw. The passing yards look like this, 213 for LCA, 112 for Madison Central. 85 rushing yards for the Eagles to 29 for the Indians. And it's been a pretty clean game as far as penalties goes. 5 penalties against LCA, but only 25 yards. 3 against Madison Central for 10 yards. But again, we come back to it. Turnovers. The Indians have committed 2 of those. LCA has committed 1, and LCA leads 28-8 at the half. We are about 9 minutes away from the start of the second half. And, Tom, the Indians have got to come out in the second half. They've got to get a stop, get that football back. You want to get some early momentum to give yourself a chance to come back in this game. Down 3 scores, we've seen it. John Lansaw, they've got some quick strike ability, but they've got to find a way to get the offense back the football and do something with it fairly quickly.
It's going to be interesting. I'm looking at LCA. What is LCA's strategy going to be? They got a 20-point lead as we go into quarter number 3. Are they going to work on their running game?
Yeah.
Their passing game has pretty much dominated their first 3.5 games this season. Are they going to work a little more on their running game now that they're, with Brown in the backfield? Oh, my gosh, he's had a heck of a game.
Yeah, and they put him out at wide receiver a couple of times, and he's looked even better at wide receiver.
Yeah, he has just done everything for them. And another kid that's a sophomore. I hate to see this team in 2 years from now.
They lead 28-8 at the half. Time of possession, a big factor as well. The Eagles had the football for 14 minutes and 36 seconds. The Indians had the football for just a second shy of 9 minutes. It's 28-8. The Eagles of LCA on top of Madison Central. We'll take another 3-minute commercial break and come right back to Berea and the 2019 Doc Sipple Bowl. Back in 3 minutes on WBONTV.com.
Kentucky has lots of counties and miles of roads. And in every county, there's a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent looking out for folks when they're on the road. When you're in Kentucky, you're never far away from Kentucky's own property and casualty insurer.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
At Madison Drug, Charles and his staff know your time is valuable and will work to get you in and out quickly. We have a convenient drive-through and offer free delivery. For vaccinations, just walk right in, no appointment necessary. Madison Drug, Richmond's hometown pharmacy. At Madison Drug, Charles and his staff know your time is valuable and will work to get you in and out quickly. We have a convenient drive-through and offer free delivery. For vaccinations, just walk right in, no appointment necessary. Madison Drug, Richmond's hometown pharmacy.
At People's Bank, we do it all, from personal banking to business banking and lending services. And unlike some other banks, we make all decisions locally. When you don't have time to wait, count on us. People's Bank is the perfect fit for your busy life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
People's Bank, with lots of locations to serve you. Give them a call at 986-6860 and check them out online, whitakerbank.com.
It's tailgate season at Jack Burford Chevrolet. You can pick out your favorite tailgate connected to a huge selection of new Chevy Silverados right here at Jack Burford Chevrolet. Visit us on the EKU bypass, and you can always shop jackburford.com 24/7, 365. Now what game is on? Oh, this is a good one. It's where Chevys cost less.
At Eastern Kentucky University, we recognize greatness starts in the classroom, but it doesn't end there. You have to get hands-on, get real-world experience, and discover who you are meant to be. Be a crime fighter. Be a visionary. Be a colonel. See what you can be. Visit go.eku.edu/colonel. At Eastern Kentucky University, we recognize greatness starts in the classroom, but it doesn't end there. You have to get hands-on, get real-world experience, and discover who you are meant to be. Be a crime fighter. Be a visionary. Be a colonel. See what you can be. Visit go.eku.edu/colonel.
Coverage of live and local high school sports is being brought to you in part by these great local sponsors. Remember, buy and support your local business.
Back on WBONTV.com. Don't forget Gillum's Game Day. Every single Friday night, you can check out the biggest game of the week on WBON-TV. You can watch it live at Gillum Sports Lounge inside the Richmond Mall. Don't forget tomorrow EKU plays. You can watch them play at Gillum Sports Lounge. And UK tomorrow as well. Got a big game versus Florida. You can watch that game at Gillum Sports Lounge inside the Richmond Mall. Tom?
I'm going to go to Gillum Sports Lounge Sunday and watch some NFL football.
Yeah.
I hope they got that Wi-Fi up and going.
Sunday ticket. Sadie Dog is the password there. I was actually over there yesterday setting up some Roku sticks and getting everything set up for people to be over there to go over there and watch the game. So.
Good place to watch football, that's for sure. I love the big screens they have there.
28-8 your score here at the half, and your halftime stats are brought to you by our friends at CKI Equipment. Make sure you're equipped with the right materials. Check out CKI Equipment on Facebook to find out more about CKI Equipment located in Waco, Kentucky. And Tom, it has been a pretty interesting first half for both teams. The Indians, again, struggling with turnovers, and they got to find some way to get things going here in the second half.
You can't look at this, from the players' point of view. I didn't see any players out there that were dogging it. I mean, they're hustling on every play. They're doing what they have been taught to do in these situations, and like I said before, they're just learning. But the cool thing is we're starting to see more and more as this game progresses. They're beginning to realize this is a really good football team we're playing, and we can play with this type of football team. So let's see what happens. Let's make it, although the score isn't 0-0, let's make it 0-0.
Yeah.
See what the second half does here for the Indians.
Individual stats look like this for LCA. Jaden Barnhart, 15 of 23 through the air.
Wow.
213 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, did throw 1 interception. For the Indians, 5 of 9 for Cannon Centers, 112 yards, 1 touchdown. Great stats right there, but when you think about it, 80 yards came on 1 passing play.
Right.
He does have a fumble, and he does have an interception, but pretty effective numbers for Centers there in the first half. In the running game, 9 attempts for Barnhart, 34 yards. Xavier Brown, 6 carries, 30 yards. Will Vernon ran the jet sweep. He has 2 carries for 14 yards and a touchdown. For Madison Central, Joseph Burton, 7 carries, 22 yards. Adrian Parks, 4 carries, 7 yards. And Ashton Holberg, 2 carries, 4 yards. Receiving-wise, LCA has had a huge game from Xavier Brown. He is the starting tailback, but he has caught 7 passes for 129 yards, an average of 18.4 yards per catch, and he's got 2 touchdowns. And Darius Smith, who's the star wide receiver for them, has only 2 catches for 34 yards. Elijah Hammond caught a touchdown. He has 3 catches for 31 yards. And Will Vernon has 2 catches for 12 yards as well. For Madison Central, John Lansall, 2 catches for 93 yards, an 80-yard touchdown on the screen pass. Zach Holbrook, 2 catches for 13 yards. And Ashton Holberg has 1 catch for 6 yards. And defensively, Travion Parks all over the place yet again. He's got 6 tackles, 5 solo, plus he picked off a pass there in the first half. Edgren Sweat, once again having a big day, 5.5 tackles for there in the first half. He has 1 sack for Madison Central and 1.5 tackles for loss. A big day for Sweat and Parks, again, defensively, but the Indians have got to find them guys some help in this second half.
Yeah, and look at Sweat. His average tackles per game, 5.5.
Yeah.
He's already there.
Already there.
So he's having a huge game here this evening already, and look for him to have 10, 11 tackles before this thing is over.
Madison Central will kick off to begin the second half. We've got time for another commercial break, so let's take a 1-minute break and come back here for the second half kickoff back in 1 minute on WBONTV.com.
Need a physical for school or work? Need it right away? No problem. Berea Urgent Care has 2 convenient locations along with late hours to meet your needs. They're affordable too. Physicals at Berea Urgent Care only $20. DOT and CDL physicals are only $65. Berea Urgent Care number 1 by Walmart is open every day 9 to 9. Berea Urgent Care number 2 by Berea Drug open Monday through Friday 10 till 6. No appointment necessary. Berea Urgent Care, here when you need us.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County. Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
Back on WBONTV.com, second half about to begin. And Madison Central, Tom, trailing at 28-8. The bad news is they will have to kick off.
Yeah, that is bad news. So when you're down 20 points, and you've had your say, the coaches have had their teaching moments at halftime here, and I'm real curious to see how inspired this defense is. They were known for their defense last year. Their defense, man, a swarming defense, a great defense. And these guys have been playing good defense today. So let's see if they can't keep their momentum up that they were building toward the end of that first half defensively. And, again, other than the big, long passing plays, they did a pretty good job against the run. So let's see what they can do here in this first possession. Again, another important one if they want to have a chance to win this game, to try to stop Lexington Christian here on their first possession of the second half.
Welcome into all of our great fans listening to us on WEKY and WKXO, 103.5 WKXO and 192.5 WEKY. Our media partners with Wallingford Media Group. Kickoff going to be returned from the 8-yard line by number 2, Frankie Knight. And he's going to get it up to the 22-yard line before being tackled by a couple of Indian defenders. And, Tom, the Indians defense coming out now. You got to stop the quick plays of the Eagles.
Yeah, quarterback keeper run. Very effective in the first half.
And that's what happens when you have a dual-threat quarterback who can do these kind of things. It forces you to pay attention to him running the football, and it may take a guy or two out of the secondary.
Well, they're the most backs I've seen in their backfield since the start of the game. So let's see if they don't just work on the run here in quarter number 3.
Here's the fake handoff to Brown, and just like that, they keep it with the quarterback. Nice job by Sawyer Cruz to get in there quickly and bring down the tackle. Tell you what, Tom, we want to say thank you to all of our great sponsors for allowing us to bring you this exciting coverage of WBON TV Sports. Go by and say thank you to folks like Bishop's, Chenault Vineyard, People's Bank, Gillum Sports Lounge, and Berea Urgent Care. They allow us to bring you this awesome local high school sports coverage. Here's a Wildcat formation. Brown will keep it. And a nice hit by Cruz again on the defense for Madison Central. Able to bring him down shy of the first down marker.
I'm seeing better pursuit already here in the third quarter by this Indian defense. They're going after the football, and I'm sure the coach told them, hey, they're probably going to work on their running game here, except maybe on third down in this third quarter. So let's go get the football. Let's make some tackles out there.
Third down has been a killer for Madison Central's defense. LCA has converted all but one of their third down plays. Here's 3rd and 6 for LCA. They'll move Selby to the left of the quarterback, Barnhart, and they will fake it to him. A wide open receiver is Smith, and he could be gone. On the far sideline, he is gone. Nobody to beat. That is a 72-yard touchdown to De'Arius Smith, and just a blown coverage. Nobody was there. He made one man miss, and as he strums the guitar on the far sideline, he will add to an already big deficit for the
He's fun to watch.
Eagles. 34-8. We talked about him, Tom, and for the most part, they had kept him quiet. 34-8, your score. One more kick coming from number 44. That is Dobbs. He is perfect on the year. What, 14 of 14 now on PATs?
Yes, 14 of 14.
See if he can go 15 for 15. He can. 35-0. Eagles on top. Step aside for a 1-minute commercial break and come right back, folks. Don't go anywhere on WEKY, WKXO, and WBONTV.com.
Welcome to Chenault Vineyards, locally grown wine, right here in the heart of Richmond. Chenault Vineyards is a place that everyone can enjoy. Celebrate your next event at Chenault Vineyards, whether it be a wedding, maybe your wedding shower, office event, or just a place to gather with friends. You can't beat the venues or the amazing views at Chenault Vineyards. Chenault Vineyards has a restaurant open Friday through Sunday and live music as well. Visit ChenaultVineyards.com to learn more about this amazing place tucked back into the heart of Richmond. Chenault Vineyards.
Citizens Guaranty Bank makes banking on the go a breeze. Banking on the go has never been easier with options like balance inquiries, make payments from any mobile device, transfer funds between accounts, activate or deactivate a card with just a tap. And with mobile checking deposit, you can deposit checks straight into your eligible checking account using your iPhone, iPad, or Android device. Take advantage of all these fast, convenient, and secure services of Citizens Guaranty Bank. Mobile carrier charges and rules and restrictions may apply. See bank for details. Citizens Guaranty Bank, member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Back at Madison Southern High School, where the Eagles lead the Indians 35-8. Kicking off Dobbs for LCA, and back to return Holbrook and Gowdy for the Indians. See if the offense can get it going for Madison Central as Gowdy is back to return from his own 5-yard line. Here's Deshaun. He will cut it up the field, makes one man miss, and is wrapped up. Still on his feet, however. Breaks a tackle, and Gowdy's still got some room.
Yeah.
Walking in front for Deshaun, and he is finally pushed out of bounds. What a effort by Deshaun Gowdy.
Oh, my mercy. That the best. You talk about effort. He got hit, I think I counted 8 or 9 times, and he stayed on his feet the entire way, and there were no whistles. And look at him out there at the almost midfield.
I thought the official should have blown it dead the first time he was hit. He was wrapped up. Play was, basically dead. They let it keep going. Gowdy breaks the tackle, and he goes all the way to the 49-yard line. Indians with some life. Trailing at 35-8, 10-14 to play in the third quarter. Here's Centers, handoff Burton, and he gains a couple of yards across the 50 and on to the other side of the field at the Eagles' 49-yard line. Pickup of 2. Tackle made by number 52, Gabe Byrne, the junior.
Couple of steak dinners over the summer, some weightlifting. You're going to see a big difference. I love how he paddles his legs there as he carries the ball. He just needs just a little more size on him, a little more muscle.
2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. They're going to fake it and then hand off on the end around. Centers, just not enough time to throw.
Yeah.
You have 2 fakes there. You got Parks coming around. He had a man open downfield, a couple of guys open downfield.
Yeah.
Just not enough time to let the ball go. He'll lose a yard back to make it 2 yards back to the 49-yard line of Madison Central, and that will bring up a 3rd down and 10. But you have him faking it to the running back and then faking an end around. That just takes too long of a play to develop. That offensive line needs to protect more for Cannon Centers on a play like that.
250 pounds, 195 pounds, 185 pounds. That's your defensive line, folks. Got some big athletes in there.
Pass incomplete, intended for William Jacobs, just too high. And the Indians will punt it away. No, scratch that. They're going to go for it on 4th down. I thought Centers said go for it, but then I saw Coach Jones turn around and look at his punter, and they're going to keep behind on the sideline and go for it on 4th and 10. Down 35-8. You got to find some kind of momentum. And they bring Adrian Parks back in the game in the backfield as the officials blow the whistle.
I want to see Parks catch the ball.
Yeah. Oh, if he can get him in space. We saw what Lansall could do with it.
Yep.
They're going to move the football forward a half a yard. So on the tip of the ball was on the outside of the 49-yard line. Now they move it to the inside of the 49-yard line. It'll still be 4th and 10 either way. Centers looking to throw. He will go out in the flat to Holberg. Incomplete off the helmet of Ashton Holberg, and the Indians turn it over on downs on their opening drive. And the offense stagnant once again, Tom.
Okay, LCA now back to the offense again. And again, we talk about the defense. It's time to get the job done. And they got to be looking for those the plays that have been big for LCA. The Indians have got to be looking for that same play coming again here in this series.
All 3 long touchdown passes from Barnhart have been slant patterns.
Yes.
They've been slants where the receiver has just made one man miss and then went the distance with it. And when you've got athletes like Smith and Brown on the outside, you can do things like that. And you got a quarterback like Barnhart who is super accurate that has allowed this Eagles offense to have a 35-8 lead. Here's quarterback Barnhart going to keep it, and he'll get it down to the 46-yard line, or a gain of 3.
Good job that time by the defense. The thing is here, size-wise, receivers versus defensive backs for the Indians. Indians are just – it's a huge mismatch on size.
Yeah, height-wise, for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
They're giving up, 5 inches with Smith maybe here on the near side, and on the far side they're giving up maybe more than that with Pruitt. Matched up with Vernon. 2nd down and 7. Man in motion is Brown, who's had a heck of a ball game. Little screen pass to Smith. He will make one man miss, dancing around in the backfield. Smith now goes on the far side of the field and is finally tackled after he gains 2 yards down to the Madison Central 44-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Eagles.
I don't see now I see the marker. It's so dark out there on the far sideline. It's hard to see that number on the yard marker, but I see it now. So
3rd down, and they need to get to the 44 Make it the 39, for a first down. They're on the 44, so it's 3rd down and 5. 7.5 to play in the third quarter. Barnhart will send a man out. We're going to kind of spread the offense out a little bit. Man in the slot goes out wider, and the handoff goes to Brown. Brown is hit and tackled, and it's the two main guys for the Indians defense there, Sweat and number 9, Travion Parks, that bring him down. They combine for another tackle. That'll bring up 4th down for LCA, and it looks like, Tom, they're going to go for it. You're kind of in that no man's land. You've really
midfield.
only gained a yard from where you were at the last time. Rolling out right is Barnhart. He'll throw, passes caught, but they say incomplete as the receiver did not have control of it as he went out of bounds. So the incompletion will be a turnover on downs the other way, and Madison Central will get the football where they turned it over on downs on their last drive. Pick right back up where you left off, Indians, with 6:49 to play in the third quarter, down 35-8.
Let's give the D a lot of credit that series. That could have been bad news and just an impossible situation, but a little glimmer of hope here. Let's go offense. Put some points on the board.
1st and 10. Centers will hand it off to Burton. Burton hit and tackled by Jeffrey Selby. It'll be 2nd down and about 8 for the Indians, and a player down for Madison Central. Looks like that's Burton, the tailback. They'll bring Jacob Waldecker, the trainer, out. I talked to Jacob last night at Buffalo Wild Wings. Talked to him a little bit. Seeing some of these young guys for the Indians out and about. Like I said, I saw William Jacobs at a restaurant the other night. Was talking to him, and just a lot of good kids on this football team for Madison Central. And you want to see these guys succeed. Obviously, an 0-3 start, looking like you're going to go 0-4 is not what they wanted to do after such an amazing year last year. But you've got a lot, and I'm talking about a lot of young, talented playmakers on this football team that are still learning the game and learning where to be and learning what to do. You've still got a couple of games before you begin district play. That's really what matters when you're in high school football, is where you are when the district play rolls around. You want to be playing your best football then. We'll see if the Indians can improve these next couple of games, the next quarter and a half here in this one, and be ready to play when it comes to South Oldham, Oldham County and GRC and Bryan Station in a few weeks.
Well, they're carrying Burton off the field, and let's hope that that's not too serious of an injury. Usually when you don't put any weight on your feet, it's ankle, knee, could be anything, and they want to make totally sure he's okay before he puts any weight back on him.
Adrian Parks, the sophomore tailback, will come in the game now. He's shown flashes of brilliance himself. 2nd down and 8. Trips left, 1 receiver right. They're going to throw out in the flat to Holbrook, and Holbrook is hit immediately. He'll gain 2 yards. It'll bring up a 3rd and 6, tackled by number 41, Matty LeBrick, the leading tackler for the Eagles.
A lot of people get frustrated when watching a game like this, and they go, well, why don't they throw it down the field further? Well, you've got to have protection.
Yeah.
You've got to have that extra second or two so that centers can set up back there, check out his options, and, I mean, he's able to maybe get to his second receiver before he gets hit. So you can't blame any one individual. It's, a team effort out there, and the offensive line is a lot smaller than the defensive line. For Lexington.
Pass over the middle, incomplete to Holbrook again. He was open, just a pass a little bit too high for him, and it ends up being incomplete. Talking about Matty LeBrick, he is the leading tackler coming into this football game for LCA. 32 total tackles, and he's got 2 tackles for loss. Got a couple more of those tonight against this Indians offense. And it's going to be 4th down and 6 for Madison Central. They will go for it. Two receivers left, one to the right for centers. A low snap. Pass is picked off on the far side and going to be tackled at the 48-yard line is number 12 of LCA. That is Drew Neves. That man was open again, Tom. And one thing that I've noticed, when Centers is in the shotgun, they have had trouble snapping the football to him. He's a big kid. He has to go low to get the snap, and that aids the defense when they're trying to blitz him because he has to go low and pick it up, then look up, try to find his receiver. Got to work on that, too, before district time rolls around in a few weeks.
There's some big football players on the Indian sideline, and I am hoping that they can develop those players and get some of that size in there like they had last year. You know, you got to have it. When the other team's big, you got to be big.
Here's Xavier Brown spinning away from the defense. Brown still on his feet. He will get it down to the 36-yard line as Noah Shipley and an offensive lineman all the way down at the 30-yard line. They were pushing each other, and good job by Shipley to not give up on the play, but it will be a first down for the Eagles at the 35-yard line of Madison Central. 35-8, 5:23 to play here in the third quarter.
The rugby scrum once again. 12, 14 players in a big pile over there.
Handoff is to number 4. That's Selby.
Handoff to number 4, Jeffrey Selby. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Second down and 7. 4:55 to play as the Indians trying to get a stop, get the football back. Couple of interceptions tonight by Cannon Centers, and again, it's just overthrowing or underthrowing his receiver, and the offensive line not protecting their young quarterback. Barnhart going to throw out in the flat to Vernon. Vernon makes the grab and is going to have what looks to be a first down, depending on where they spot the football. The near side official said he's a yard shy, so it will bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Lexington Christian Academy Eagles, who lead 35-8, 4:20 to play in the third quarter.
He did the right thing offensively. He looked the ball into his hands. Even if he was going to fall right there and not get the first down, he made the catch. Then he was able to stumble and get his balance and able to get it down close to a first down.
Barnhart taking his time, gets the football. He'll keep it himself on the RPO and pick up the first down. A nice tackle by number 40. The number 46 of Madison Central. A very nice tackle. Now quickly back to it. It's a pass complete. That's Hammond, who caught the touchdown earlier. He also has an interception. He'll get it inside the 5-yard line down to the 4. And with 3:34 to play in the third quarter, LCA is cooking with gas, trying to add to an already big lead here in the third. And, Tom, they are just such a good football team. They have got a good set of plays, and they've got the right personnel out there to run these plays. You got athletes in Brown and Smith out here on the perimeter. You've got a kid like Selby who's a good between the tackles runner. And now on 1st and goal, they will hand it off to Selby. He'll get it in between the right guard and right tackle. He'll gain a yard down to the 4-yard line.
Carried by Jeffrey Selby, 2nd.
3-hole on the right side. They go 1-3-5, and then on the other side 2-4-6, and just a great execution there by that offensive line. And I know on WBON TV you can see the difference in the size as the offensive line stands up. Where's the blue helmets that are towering over them? There are none.
2nd and goal from the 4. Barnhart, nobody in the backfield with him. He will roll out to the left side and throw incomplete. A little miscommunication with him and Smith looked like, but Edgren Sweat was there that forced the quick throw from Barnhart as well, and the pass falls incomplete.
Edgren, I'm going to make you sweat when you play offense against me. Great football player for the Indians this year, and already racking up some tackles on the season on this. What do we play regular season? 9 games?
10.
10. So not quite to the halfway point yet.
Again, that formation where you have 2 running backs lined up side by side. Vernon goes in motion, and they're going to fake it to the left side. Keep it himself is Barnhart, and he is tackled by 4 different Indian defenders, including Sweat. Sawyer Cruz in there for the tackle, and on 4th down, it looks like the Eagles going to go for the field goal here.
Right now he's perfect from the extra point range, but when it comes to the field goal kicking now, I noticed that Dobbs is 2 of 4 coming into the game, so just 50%. So
this one not much more than an extra point. It's about 3 yards longer. He will put it up and put it through the uprights. 38-8. LCA on top. A flag comes in late. We will get that call when we come back. It's a 30-point lead for the Eagles. Back in 1 minute on WBONTV.com.
The Estill Clinic and Urban Healthcare Pharmacies are focused on providing the best care possible for the people of Estill County. Our care for our patients and our community is what sets us apart. With society's fast pace, we want to make sure you leave with the information you need about your medications. With the knowledge and experience of John, Ryan, and Janet, you are guaranteed excellent service, whether you're in the store or pulling through the drive-thru. Taking care of the people of Estill County is our #1 priority, so stop in or give us a call to become a part of our community.
Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling has the largest showroom in Central Kentucky with all the power sports products you can dream of for your next adventure. Gateway Cycles has a qualified, certified service department, friendly sales staff so you can ride free and play hard. Local people serving local people. We are here to make your dream a living adventure. Stop in and see us today at Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling or visit us at gatewaycycles.com.
Eagles tack on a field goal. It's 38-8. 2:02 to play in the third quarter. And Tom Gross, Michael Watkins here with you. Don't forget, coming up in the nightcap here on WBON-TV, it'll be Madison Southern and Danville squaring off. You can watch that game here live on WBON-TV. It will be its own separate broadcast. And Donald Foster and myself will have the call for you. Don and Rick Marbley with all the Eagles games all year long on WKXO 103.5. Back to return the kick, Gaudy and Holbrook for Madison Southern. Dobbs will kick it away after knocking in the field goal. A little end over end. Going to be returned by Holbrook from his own 23, to make it the 28-yard line. Good blocking in front. Holbrook coming to the near side, pushed out of bounds at the 42, and the Indians will get good field position.
Number 2, Zach Holbrook. First down, Madison Central.
First down for the Indians if they can get something going here late in the ball game, Tom. Quick update from Breathitt County, one of our coverage area teams, the Engineers from Estill County, on the road against one of the top teams in Class 2A, the Bobcats of Breathitt County. It is 21-13 with 7:23 to play in the second quarter, and the Engineers trailing it by 8. Interesting of note there, Tom, you and I actually both got our careers started up in Breathitt County doing the play-by-play for the Bobcats.
Absolutely.
Pitch out to Deshaun Gaudy, who's now in the game at running back, and he was hit immediately. He'll lose 2 yards back to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, in fact, my first game was, I'm trying to think, October of 1979, and I had to drive over Pine Mountain to do play-by-play of the Breathitt County Kaywood game. And I said, man, I hope all the games, away games aren't like that
far, yeah.
Oh, and that mountain was unbelievable. I had never driven over a mountain like that
Ball
before.
gets away from centers. It's loose at the 15-yard line. The Eagles will pick it up and return it to the 3. That's number 56, Andrew Long, who picks up the football, and he almost returned it for a touchdown. Another turnover by the Indians offense. That is the 4th of the ball game.
Yeah, he couldn't find the handle on that football. He was looking for it.
There is a flag lying right in front of the Indians bench at the 32-yard line. We've not got the signal yet, but this looks like it might be against Madison Central. Another bad snap. We've had bad snap issues all game long between centers and his center. Now we'll get the flag call. It's going to be a sideline warning against Madison Central again.
Okay.
And that's the second one of the game, so it will be half the distance to the goal.
Yeah.
And the Eagles will look to tack on a late score, 1:08 to play, make it 1:09 to play in the third quarter, and they score here. It'll be a running clock the rest of the way.
You got to watch those adjectives you say from the sideline there. They call that rabbit ear sometimes by the officials, but they're just doing what they're supposed to be doing out there.
Player coming on late for LCA. It's number 13, Hammond. Handoff up the middle. It's Selby. He is hit and tackled a yard shy of the goal line. A nice tackle made by Sawyer Cruz. Met him at the point of attack and took him down. Great tackle there by Cruz as we dip under a minute to play in quarter number 3 from Madison Southern High School in the 2019 Doc Sipple Bowl.
Right there. Yep, a little bit more.
Hand off to Selby again. This time not to be denied. Touchdown, Eagles. 44-8, your score. LCA is rolling right now here in this football game. And the turnovers piling up for the Indians. That was our Jack Burford Chevrolet keys to the game, Tom. You can't turn the football over. The Indians with 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles. They do have 1 interception on defense, but there have been a couple of times they could have picked off a turnover themselves with a fumble recovery or another interception. And now Dobbs will try to make this a 45-8 score with 35 seconds to play in the ballgame. Kick is up, kick is good. 45-8 your score. LCA on top of Madison Central. Back in 1 minute, folks, here on WEKY, WKXO, and WBONTV.com.
Storage needs and People's Bank with
Gillum Sports Lounge is the place to go to watch your favorite team, whether it be EKU, Kentucky, or your favorite local high school team on WBON TV. Gillum's has you covered on one of their many flat-screen TVs. Gillum's has something on the menu for everyone. Pizza, burgers, mouth-watering appetizers, subs, sandwiches, salads, and more. And Gillum Sports Lounge is the perfect place to host your next event in one of their private rooms. When you think local food in Richmond, think Gillum Sports Lounge at 830 Eastern Bypass inside the Richmond Mall.
Hometown Dental in Richmond has been serving the people of Madison County for many years. Now when you go to Hometown Dental, you can get everything you need under one roof because Hometown Dental now offers orthodontics. Hometown Dental is a full-service family dentistry dental group with a personal touch. Check out their website, hometowndentalrichmond.com, to learn about their services and staff at Hometown Dental, located at 4095 Atwood Drive, Suite A in Richmond. Mention this ad and get free x-rays or $100 off Zoom whitening treatment at Hometown Dental.
Oh, my butt's sore.
Back on WBONTV.com. Here's the kickoff by Dobbs. And Holbrook will return it from the 14-yard line. Holbrook, a flag comes in as Sweat and number 11, Johnny Drake. Pushing around each other.
Kick received by number 2, Zach Holbrook. First down, Madison Central.
Flag is at the 14. Or make it the 24-yard line, and let's see what the flag is. Tom, did you see anything?
I didn't. I noticed that for some reason I think the windows are tinted in the press box here, so having
we can see a reflection in it.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of a problem of seeing, but we can see numbers pretty well, so we're okay there.
45-8 your score, 27.4 to play. Eagles out in front over the Indians of Madison Central, and Madison Central trying to find something you got to find some way to get your team going here.
Gage put his special lens on the camera. I think why it looks so good on TV. It's the magic lens. Lieutenant Gage, magic lens.
Second down after a loss of 2 on the play. And that will do it for the third quarter. Madison Central trailing at 45-8. When we come back in 1 minute, there will be a running clock the rest of the way as the Indians trail. Back in 1 minute, folks, on WBONTV.com.
When you're in Estill County and get the hungries, be sure to eat at Estill's Finest. In the mood for the best barbecue, pulled pork, brisket, steaks, ribs, or burgers? Follow the smoke to the House of Q. And for the best pizza, pasta, or salad, head on down to the Steam Engine Pizza Pub. No matter what you're craving, remember Estill's Finest, Steam Engine Pizza Pub on Main Street, or for mouth-watering barbecue, it's House of Q on River Drive in Irvine.
smiles are confident smiles. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is offering a new patient special. X-rays, exam, cleaning, and fluoride for only $99. They also have a $10 unit Botox special. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry offers their patients single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs from implants, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Back on WBON TV, the Eagles lead it 45-8 over Madison Central as the fourth quarter about to begin. Tom Gross and myself, Michael Watkins, we are glad to have you along on WBONTV.com. And a special thank you to all of our great sponsors like Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Jack Burford Chevrolet, CKI Equipment, and a host of others, allowing us to bring you this great coverage of local high school sports. Here's Cannon Centers. He will take off.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Break a tackle and get it up to the 28-yard line. That's one thing that Cannon can do, but hasn't really done much through these first three games, is take off running when the play breaks down.
He is a big athlete, and there's no reason why, when you're tied up in there, go ahead. Advance it. He could lay forward and gain 3 yards, as big as he is. So that was a good play. Let's see if they got more of that in them.
2 receivers right, 1 receiver left for Centers in the shotgun, and with 2 backs in the pistol formation. Burton behind him. Burton's back in the game. Glad to see him okay. Here's a handoff to Joe. He will break 1 tackle, was hit and spun around. A hard tackle. That's a Renfro's collision. Hit of the game. I'll tell you what, when you get hit like that, take your vehicle to Renfro's Collisions with offices in Richmond and Berea. It's enough for a first down, however, as Joseph Burton gives the Indians a new set of downs. And, Tom, I just noticed it. We'll see if Gage can give us a shot of the moon after this play. The moon over there across the way is pretty cool little image. We'll see if Gage can get us a shot of that.
It's a full moon. That's a cloud. It's blocking it here.
Center's going to hand it off to Parks.
Yes.
And Parks, nice pickup. He'll gain about 8 yards across the 40 to the 41-yard line. And that's what Parks can do, Tom. When he gets it going, he is able to really move those feet. He's hard to catch up to.
Now it's almost full, Michael. The cloud is moving out of the picture. That's beautiful. A full moon on Friday the 13th.
Second down and 2. Centers looking. He will throw, nearly picked off. That one was through the hands of Matty LeBrick, the leading tackler on the season for LCA.
John Lansall was the intended receiver, but he either tripped or he got tripped up or fell down, and that's the second time we've seen Centers throw to just nobody out there.
So it'll be third down and short. The Indian, or make it second down and short. No, it should be third. It should be third down because Parks' running play was first down. So it should be third and short. The yard marker says second down on the field, but it should be third down and 2. Centers with pistol formation. He will hand it off to Parks, and Adrian going to be tackled a yard shy of the first down marker. That should bring up fourth down on the field.
Carry by Parks. 4th and 2.
There you go. Now it's 4th and 2. They fixed the yard marker. It's 4th down and 2. Clock is running. The Indians are going to go for it here. No reason not to. Try to get some offensive numbers for these guys and see if they can get this football game a little bit more respectable. Got 2 receivers. Jacobs one-on-one down here with Frankie Knight. Big height advantage for Jacobs.
Yeah.
Center's going to roll out this way. He's looking. He'll throw out in the flat. It's caught. And a first down and more. That is Holberg. And Holberg down the near sideline, cuts it back, and he will go all the way in for a touchdown, Madison Central.
There you go.
No flags on the play, and a great play call as Cannon Centers rolls out. And what set that play up, Tom, was the blocking downfield by William Jacobs. A huge play, a 59-yard touchdown to Ashton Holberg. Maggie, his grandma, will be happy with that one.
Oh, yeah. Jacobs, nice play down there. And the good cutback, too, as well. Good athletic move to cut it back to the inside, and he was able to take it all the way to the end zone. So we're in double digits now.
45-14. Indy's going to kick the PAT with Morin, who scored on the 2-point conversion earlier this evening. Here comes the PAT. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 45-15, Madison Central trails LCA with 8:10 to play in the ball game. Back in 1 minute on WBONTV.com.
Madison Central now trails 15-40.
When you're in Estill County and get the hungries, be sure to eat at Estill's Finest. In the mood for the best barbecue, pulled pork, brisket, steaks, ribs, or burgers? Follow the smoke to the House of Q. And for the best pizza, pasta, or salad, head on down to the Steam Engine Pizza Pub. No matter what you're craving, remember Estill's Finest, Steam Engine Pizza Pub on Main Street, or for mouth-watering barbecue, it's House of Q on River Drive in Irvine.
Healthy smiles are confident smiles. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is offering a new patient special. X-rays, exam, cleaning, and fluoride for only $99. They also have a $10 unit Botox special. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry offers their patients single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from implants, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Back at Madison Southern High School, here comes the return up to the 22-yard line. Tom, we were talking about the kicker for LCA. He's a sophomore. And for the record, we got a John Kaywood who's watching us on WBON TV. He said, for the record, his 2 misses this year were from 49 and 46 yards.
Oh, okay.
Both had plenty of lag and just missed wide right. He's probably one of the best place kickers in the state now, and he will be the best when he's a senior. Central is a pretty good kicker in their own right. Pat Morin is one of the best kickers nationally as a freshman for Madison Central. So we got 2 really good kickers tonight in this football game.
Well, he's good. I mean, it's like automatic when on those extra points. He just splits the uprights right down the middle. So it was the distance that was the issue there on those 2 misses.
He's been perfect tonight, as you said, perfect on the season from extra points for the kicker Dobbs of LCA. Here's a handoff on 1st and 10, gain of a yard. It's 45-15, LCA in front over the Indians of Madison Central. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
2nd and 8.
Starting to see some white jerseys for LCA come in, and they're doing a little substituting here and there, some of the different positions. And they're making another one here quickly. Don't seem to lose any size.
No, or speed for that matter on the perimeter. 7 minutes to play. New quarterback in the game as the passes. What a catch as Matty LeBrick, who is now in at wide receiver, goes up high to make the catch.
Pass from Barnhart to Matty LeBrick.
LeBrick having a pretty good game himself. Both sides of the ball. It's his first catch of the football game. Mason Moore is the new quarterback, number 16, the sophomore backup, and he's coming in, showing off his arm as well. It's a new set of downs for the Eagles at the 34-yard line.
Going to be interested in that game next week when they take on Lexington Catholic. That ought to be a dandy of a football game.
How about the sophomore quarterback moving over the offensive lineman as he hands the ball off, a gain of a couple. Hand off to number 4, that is Jeffrey Selby. This Eagles football team, Tom, you look across the way, they don't have many kids. They have a lot of kids that play both offense and defense.
Right.
For a Class 2A school who has been very good in Class 1A for many years.
Well, 18 players coming into this game had participated in all 3 games.
Yeah.
So they rely a lot on two-way players. And you see that like we did in the Berea game last Saturday. The smaller your school, you're not as blessed to have as many athletes that will come out and play football.
Moore will throw, and the pass should have been picked off. It's incomplete. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 8 for the Eagles with 5:14 to play in the ball game. Madison Central going to fall to 0-4 on the season. And, Tom, it's just those little things. If they can get the little things right, I'm not going to say they would have beat LCA tonight, but this game would have been a much better football game. You take away the 4 turnovers, and you convert maybe one or the 2 that you didn't convert on. This is an entirely different ball game. It's been those little things every single game with this Indians team this year. Moore on 3rd and 8. He'll throw again. Pressure up the middle. Pass is complete over the middle. And it's complete to Andrew Huff, the senior wide receiver, who will get it up to the 49-yard line. And a new 1st down for the Eagles with 4.5 to play. That clock's still turning. This game's still turning. It's a running clock in effect the entire 4th quarter with the score in favor of the Eagles.
A lot of substitutions now. We're going to see that the rest of the way here as both coaches will be shuttling players in and out here, giving them an opportunity to get some game time experience.
LCA is ranked number 4 in Class 2A, 2 behind Breathitt County, who's playing one of our coverage area teams, Estill County, tonight. Handoff here to number 3, that's Neves. And he is tackled quickly by Edgren Sweat, who has had himself a ball game. And I feel like we've said that every game this year for the sophomore Sweat. A tackle for loss of 3. And the Indians will force the Eagles here on a 2nd down and 13. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left for the new quarterback, Mason Moore. His tailback is number 14, Josh Tejerina. Moore on 2nd and long will throw out of the backfield. It's incomplete, intended for Huff, who just made the last catch on 3rd down. Now on 3rd and 13, the Eagles see what they do here on 3rd and long with 3:05 to play. 45-15. Don't forget, coming up in the nightcap tonight, another game here for you from the Doc Sipple Bowl, as Danville has made their way down here to take on the Eagles of Madison Southern. Eagles a huge win last week over this Indians football team. Now on 3rd and 13. Moore will go back in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers each way. And Tejerina is the tailback to his right in the backfield.
He's a freshman.
That's where they'll go with it on 3rd down. He'll lose a yard, maybe more. Far side official says the 44-yard line, so it'll be a loss of 2. And on 4th down, the Eagles will punt. Indians going to send Holbrook as their normal return man. We'll see who goes back deep here. It looks like it'll be number 6 for Madison Central.
Jeffrey Kinley.
That is the volleyball coach's son, Rita Kinley Jones. That's her son.
He's a sophomore as well.
A lot of speed. Dobbs the punter, and Kinley from the 25-yard line awaits the punt with 1:43 to play. Dobbs gets it away. It's a high punt. Kinley backs away from it. It takes an Indian bounce, and it will be down to the 44-yard line. A good break there for Madison Central as they take over at their own 44-yard line. It was a 59-yard touchdown pass from Centers to Holberg on the last drive for Madison Central. Now they take over here at their own 44.
Well, they got a lot of help on that 11-yard total yard punt there. So let's see what happened. That's a case where the ball bounced and gave Madison Central 15 yards as the Eagles were able to down the football when it was on down the field, but it bounced all the way back almost to midfield.
They're going to say the 45-yard line, and the Eagles, I believe, have called a timeout. They have. Timeout LCA with 1 minute on the clock remaining. We'll take it with them, folks, and be right back on WBONTV.com.
Kentucky has lots of counties and miles of roads. And in every county, there's a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent looking out for folks when they're on the road. When you're in Kentucky, you're never far away from Kentucky's own property and casualty insurer.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
At Madison Drug, Charles and his staff know your time is valuable and will work to get you in and out quickly. We have a convenient drive-through and offer free delivery. For vaccinations, just walk right in, no appointment necessary. Madison Drug, Richmond's hometown pharmacy. At Madison Drug, Charles and his staff know your time is valuable and will work to get you in and out quickly. We have a convenient drive-through and offer free delivery. For vaccinations, just walk right in, no appointment necessary. Madison Drug, Richmond's hometown pharmacy.
Indians get a big play to begin the drive as number 32 from Madison Central. That is Blake Snyder. Takes the handoff, and he picks up about 14 yards, enough for a first down. And now the Indians call a timeout. They're going to stop this clock, try to get some of these young guys some clock time.
Yeah,
playing time late in the game. I got a quick trivia note for you. John K. Wood, who told us about the kicker for LCA, says that Mason Moore is the son of Kentucky great Marty Moore, who won a Super Bowl with the New England Patriots. Coach Marty Moore is the defensive coordinator at LCA.
Wow.
So thanks, John, for the little tidbit of info there. Yeah. And, of course, I'm a Patriots fan, so I like that.
Oh, yeah.
I like hearing that.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't think there's anybody in
was he?
6-7 county area that doesn't know you're not a Patriots fan.
That's true. And Don just said he thought he was the Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick of the NFL draft there, too. So 3 receivers set for this Central offense with 46.4 to play. Just calling the timeout to stop the clock, get some of these young guys a chance to score here. Kinley in the slot to the right side. They're going to hand it off, and that is number 32 again, Tom.
Yeah, and he's staying on his feet. Nice run.
Flag comes in as Snyder took the handoff, the sophomore tailback. Tell you what, this sophomore class is going to be so good when they get older for Madison Central. You got, you're seeing some of the guys getting a lot of minutes on the varsity side already with Sweat, and you see now you got this kid Snyder, who's a pretty good player. You got a couple of juniors in Pruitt and Holbrook, who's going to be back next year. You hate to look ahead already, but you got so many good young guys who are going to be coming back next year for this Madison Central team. And it's good in situations like this, which is what they didn't do last year. They didn't have a chance to, really. All the close games for the Indians team last year. You had all those seniors in the lineup. Now you're able to use this time to kind of teach these young guys a play or two in a varsity football game.
Well, I thought the official called a personal foul just a second ago.
Didn't tack on any yards, did they?
No, they haven't moved the football, so I'm wondering.
Might have waved the flag off as it sits at the 34 of LCA. The quarterback is number 18. That's Dylan Witt, sophomore.
All right, they're going to play it from there, so must have waved the penalty off.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left. We're going to pitch it out to Snyder. Snyder cuts it back up the middle and is hit at the 30-yard line and tackled. And Mark Sinner's going to call his last time out, stop this clock with 23.7 to play. And you're talking about sophomores. We didn't even mention Parks.
Yeah.
Number 23, Adrian Parks, 5'8", 165-pound running back. A lot of really fast. I mean, speed is what can help you in Class 6A. You got to have some fast guys, and the Indians have a lot of those in their sophomore class.
Well, they got Zachary Stout, 6'3", 170-pound tight end on the offense, or defensive lineman or linebacker on the defense, just a sophomore. And again, a lot of these kids may not have played football until high school. So we had that when I played. We had a lot of guys come out that had never played junior high or peewee football or anything like that. So.
We do want to say a special thank you to all of our great sponsors. Go by and tell them thank you for sponsoring our local sports coverage, like House of Q and Steam Engine over in Estill County, Hometown Dental, Citizens Guarantee Bank, Madison Drug and Estill Clinic Pharmacy, Kentucky Urgent Care, Cumberland Valley National Bank, and Gillum Sports Lounge. Here's a handoff to Snyder. Cuts it back, and he'll get a couple of yards on first down. Indians trying to hurry up, and the flag comes in on the far side. It's going to be unsportsmanlike on somebody, as there was an Indian offensive lineman about 12 yards down the field, and it will be against Madison Central. The clock has stopped with 14.7 to play as they get the flag call in. Indians hustling up to the line here. They want to get one more play off as Dylan Witt, the quarterback, will see if he attempts a pass before this game ends. 14.7 to play. I'm assuming there'll be about 40 minutes on the clock between the two games, give the two teams time to warm up. So if you're watching us here in this broadcast, you will have to join a separate broadcast to watch the nightcap between the Eagles and Madison Southern. Blake Muntz talking to me on Twitter, says they need the tight end dump. I've already been talking about you, Blake. Watching this on WBON TV. Here's a handoff to Snyder up the middle, and Snyder going to pick up a big chunk as he dips out of bounds at around the 26-yard line, and that will be your ball game.
Well, they stopped the clock.
And there they go. The referees say turn it, and then that will be your ball game.
Yep.
Final score going to be 45-15. Madison Central falls here in the Doc Sipple Bowl. 30-point defeat to a pretty good LCA team of Class 2A. Final score once again, 45 Eagles, 15 Indians of Madison Central. We'll step aside for a 3-minute commercial break. Come back here and wrap things up from Berea as the Indians fall to 0-4 on the season and LCA moves to 3-1. Back in 3 minutes on WBONTV.com.
At People's Bank, we do it all, from personal banking to business banking and lending services. And unlike some other banks, we make all decisions locally. When you don't have time to wait, count on us. People's Bank is the perfect fit for your busy life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
People's Bank, with lots of locations to serve you. Give them a call at 986-6860 and check them out online, whitakerbank.com.
Tailgate season at Jack Burford Chevrolet. You can pick out your favorite tailgate connected to a huge selection of new Chevy Silverados right here at Jack Burford Chevrolet. Visit us on the EKU bypass, and you can always shop jackburford.com 24/7, 365. Now what game is on? Oh, this is a good one. It's where Chevys cost less.
At Eastern Kentucky University, we recognize greatness starts in the classroom, but it doesn't end there. You have to get hands-on, get real-world experience, and discover who you are meant to be. Be a crime fighter. Be a visionary. Be a colonel. See what you can be. Visit go.eku.edu/colonel.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
Welcome to Chenault Vineyards, locally grown wine, right here in the heart of Richmond. Chenault Vineyards is a place that everyone can enjoy. Celebrate your next event at Chenault Vineyards, whether it be a wedding, baby or wedding shower, office event, or just a place to gather with friends. You can't beat the venues or the amazing views at Chenault Vineyards. Chenault Vineyards has a restaurant open Friday through Sunday and live music as well. Visit ChenaultVineyards.com to learn more about this amazing place tucked back into the heart of Richmond. Chenault Vineyards.
Back here on the Chenault Vineyards postgame show for your next event, baby shower, wedding shower, whatever it might be, use Chenault Vineyard. They've got a lot of really nice venues there, and the views are excellent. At Chenault Vineyard, you can check them out on Facebook or follow them on Instagram, and that is Chenault Vineyard. Tom, here on the postgame show, we're glad to have you along on WBONTV.com. Indians fall 45-15 And again, turnovers, which has plagued the Indians all season long, they do it once again here tonight at the Doc Sipple Bowl.
Yeah, and, you know, that's something that they're going to be working on this week. There's a lot of different drills. There's ways to teach you how to hang on to the football. You know, if you're going to fumble the football, that's one thing. If you're throwing the football, you're going to have interceptions. It's just the way it goes. Some players get lucky enough to go through maybe a whole high school career with maybe 1, 2, 3 interceptions throughout the season. And it depends on what kind of passes they're throwing. There's so many variables that are in that. But you can teach concentration. You can teach you know, the fundamentals of the game. Let's do this right. When you went down, when your receiver goes down, don't throw the ball to that area. Throw it into the ground, if nothing else. Don't lose the football in certain situations. You're going to have another down or another opportunity to make up for that.
And again, Cannon Sanders, this is his 4th start. So we're not expecting him to be a dominant player in his 4th career start. But you want to see some improvement as the season goes along. And I'm sure Coach Sanders, his dad, just trying to get him some confidence before they head into district play in a couple of weeks. 67 total plays for LCA. They rack up 445 yards of total offense for the Indians. 263 yards on 44 plays. And just a rough night for the Indians' defense and offense. They made some nice plays on both sides of the ball. But, again, the inconsistency has been the biggest problem for this football team. LCA had 7 penalties for 40 yards, 5 penalties for 25 yards for the Indians. And time of possession, the Eagles had it for just shy of 30 minutes total. The Indians had the ball for 18 minutes and 6 seconds. And again, third down conversions were huge in this football game. LCA was 9 of 13 on third down. That's almost 70% converting third down. And a lot of those, Tom, there were 3 or 4 of those that were 3rd and 15, 3rd and 19 they converted once in the first half. They go 70% there. The Indians only 3 of 9 on third down conversions. And your individual stats look like this. Jaden Barnhart, 19 of 29 for 306 yards, 4 touchdowns passing, 1 interception. He ran for 46 yards on 13 carries. Xavier Brown ran for 44 yards on 9 carries. And receiving some big numbers here for the Eagles. 7 catches, 129 yards, 2 touchdowns. Dearius Smith, 4 catches for 107 yards in the touchdown. And Elijah Hammond had 4 catches for 45 yards and 1 touchdown. For the Indians, John Lansall had the 80-yard touchdown on the screen pass, 2 catches for him for 93 yards. Ashton Holberg had a 59-yard touchdown. He catches 2 balls for 65 yards. And Zach Holbrook with 3 catches for 15 yards. Running the ball, Blake Snyder had 4 carries for 39 yards. Joseph Burton had 10 catches for 10 carries for 31 yards. And then centers through the air, 7 of 16, 173 yards. That's not bad. Did throw 2 touchdowns, but also threw 2 interceptions. Final score 45-15 here as the Indians fall to LCA. We'll take a short break. We'll end this broadcast, then we'll come back for the nightcap between Madison Southern and Danville. Folks, thank you for hanging out with us, Tom. Glad to have you back on the air, my man. Glad to have you back with me on Friday nights. As the rest of the way, we'll be covering Madison Central here on WBONTV.com. And if it's not a TV game, you can catch every Madison Central game live on WEKY. For Tom Gross and myself, Michael Watkins, for Gage Hill, Austin Hanks, and Samantha Burford, we'll go back to the station and bring you back later on WBONTV.com.
This broadcast of live and local high school sports is supported fully by great local businesses like these. Won't you support them too? Thank you for tuning in to live and local high school sports on WBON TV. Please tell our sponsors how much you enjoy the broadcast, including these great local businesses.